I'll tell you what, chat. I'm just going to vent a little bit here. I'll tell you what, hang on a second. Give me a second. If you're watching from the archives, one moment. Let's get some people in here first, and then I'll just vent right at you. Because I have a lot of things that I'm unhappy about right now. But we'll get to that. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Alright. Go here. Psychonauts. I'll put a funny GIF in. Is there any funny Psychonauts GIFs for me here? That works for me. And over here. Begins. I know that I think last stream I mentioned I was going to move on to the Resident Evil 2 like side content, but for today I think we're going to jump straight into Psychonauts, have a little bit of fun with that, and then maybe I'll go back to Resident Evil 2's side content soon enough. I was really enjoying Resident Evil 2, but I feel like a change of pace would be nice because it's been, what, like 4 streams of Resident Evil 2, so you guys are probably a little bit sick of it, so we'll move on a little bit. Ian Windsor, hello pal, and non-robot completely human, also hello. I hope everyone had a wonderful protest. I hope that everyone had a really productive protest time. I didn't want to be a scab, so I decided not to stream. But now we can move on. Alright, chat, let me tell you something, right? So we do live in the year 2019, right? So if I were to tell you, oh, you want to play a sound file, you want it to be so there's a little program you can download where you add a sound effect, and then when you hit a hotkey, that sound effect plays. Pretty simple thing for an application to do. There must be dozens of them. Well, that's where you're wrong, kiddo. So I downloaded one. It was the #1 recommended one. I forget what it's called now. It was the #1 recommended one. I installed it, and it was like the trial version. You had to pay for the full version, and the trial version lets you play the sound up to 10 times, and then you have to restart the application. So that one was a write-off from the beginning. I'm not going to like keep in mind in my head how many times I played a sound effect, right? So I moved on to the next one everyone loved. Downloaded that, and it had this like delay to it, where if you like hit the hotkey to play a sound, then 5 seconds later it would start playing the sound. So like, oh, I want to do a funny laugh track. I make a funny joke and I want a laugh track to play. Hit the button, and then what? I'm supposed to just sort of go, ha! 5 seconds later? It's not that kind of stream. So once again, that one was a write-off. Downloaded another one, and then when it was the 3rd most popular one, downloaded that one, and when I downloaded that one, it just said, howdy Artemis. It just, I was opening the application, and it just wasn't there. I would like double click on it, and it would just say, don't know about that application? What? I downloaded it. It was right there. I clicked the folder I wanted it to get installed to, and then it just wasn't there. So after doing that 3 times, I was like, whatever, soundboard's a write-off. The funny laugh tracks that you guys might have enjoyed, we're not getting that today. However, then I wanted to start playing the video game. PS4 controller wouldn't connect. All went wrong. But that's all over now. Let's get the game booted up. It seems like people are showing up now. Docky Rennis, thank you very much for the follow, pal. Mwah. Oh, what a day. How's everyone's day going? Oh. Please run Steam in big picture mode? I'm good. Just play it regular. I was going to play mouse and keyboard, but then I realized that 3D platformers are probably like my limit. I don't think I can really play 3D platformers in Windows mode. Loud. Loud. There you go. Just check something real quick. Let me know if this is too loud. Does the game sound too loud to you folks? Look, I'll do some sound effects for you. How does that sound? Let me know if that sounds okay. Music, sound effects. If it's too loud, I can turn it down. It was loud, better now. Howdy, Freya Animates. How's it going, pal? I don't know what I just did there. What the? Oh, this is from when I played it like 2 years ago. Okay, back we go. Yeah, that was from my playthrough like a couple years ago of Psychonauts. But today, doing something else. Non-robot completely human says it's fine. This game is so good. Yes, it is. I love this game so much. I've played this game probably like 3 or 4 times. No, more than that probably. Probably like 4 or 5 times. I played it. I did probably 2 or 3 playthroughs when I was like a kid, when I first had it on PS2. And then that copy got all buggy and weird. So then I got a Steam version, and since then I bought it when I first purchased it on Steam. I played it when I first purchased it on Steam, and then I played it again like a couple years ago. I'm going to turn it down just a tiny bit more. Hang on a sec. That works for me. But I'm excited to play it again. I think I know a lot of like little things about this game that will probably be cool to talk about. This will be like the deluxe run for you folks.
Human mind.
Okay, this is just really fucking loud.
600 miles of synaptic fiber, 5.5 ounces of cranial fluid, 1,500 grams of complex neural matter, a 3-pound
I guess that the
pile of
cutscenes don't take your volume into
I'll tell you
account,
what it really is.
so that's cool.
It is the ultimate battlefield and the ultimate weapon.
Hang on a second.
The wars of this modern age, the psychic age, are all fought somewhere between these damp, curvaceous undulations. Stay forward. You are all psychic soldiers, paranormal paratroopers, mental marines who are about to ship out on the adventure of their lives. This is our beachhead.
There you go. How's that?
And this is your landing craft.
Does that sound okay to you folks?
The enemy in his own
I just turned it
mentality.
down from the volume
You
mixer.
shall chase
Honestly.
his dreams. You shall fight his demons. You shall live
Let me know if that's
his
too loud.
nightmares. And those of you who fight well,
Hiya, Terry
you will
Bennett.
find yourselves on the path to becoming international secret agents. In other words, Psychonauts. The rest of you will die.
Yes. See, if this was made nowadays, it would be more relatable to millennials if they said the rest of you will die, and then everyone was like, yes,
Well, if you're not a
yes.
psychonaut, then you might as well be dead.
They told me this was a summer camp.
Take that, military-industrial
Hi,
complex.
Dogen. Don't worry about old Coach Oleander. I've been coming here for years, and trust me, nothing ever happens.
Yeah, Dogen, Lily's right. You don't got
Interesting.
nothing to worry about. Except for that giant monster in the lake I was telling you about.
Bobby Zilch, I told you to stop scaring people with that ridiculous old legend. I don't want the kids to be afraid to go out at night
What a
and
good
walk
game.
alone on the perfectly safe paths of Whispering Rock Psychic Summer Camp.
I'm glad that you guys are familiar with
We
this
don't
game
wanna
too.
scare our special
I remember when this
guests,
game first came out, it
superstar
was very much a
Psychonauts
cult
Sasha
thing.
Nine and Mia Vodello.
I bought it. I supported the Kickstarter thingy they did. I think I still have a shirt on the way. Shit, I need to change my address.
Resisting.
I think that's gonna get sent to my UK address.
Quick, bring it over here.
It's later this year, isn't it?
What is it?
It's just a little boy. What's your name, darling?
I'll find out. Kid, get in!
My name
Starts with a D.
is Rasputin. But everybody calls me.
What a cool idea for
Please don't kill us, lake monster!
a game premise.
Compelling. Armored like a tank.
Turbo Burpo,
Sorry
thank
I'm
you for the
late.
follow, pal.
I don't want to disrupt your briefing, Agent Oleander. Agents 9, Vodello, please, continue.
Where do you think you're going?
You've broken into a highly classified remote government training facility.
I know. Isn't it great? Listen, why don't I just sit over here quietly with my fellow Psychonauts? Hey, how's it going? I like your hat.
We need to have this young man taken from here immediately.
I'll call his parents.
What? But don't you train Psychonauts here?
Yes,
I kind of feel like this is the
But
vibe that,
Soar
like,
across
an
the astral
X-Men
plane
movie should have.
To wage psychic warfare against the enemies of free thought.
That is what I wrote.
More
in
of
the
like a
pamphlet.
fun high school vibe
Those
to it,
words are
rather than
why I'm
like
here, Coach
big
Oleander.
serious superhero movie
Do you
shit.
remember what you wrote on the inside of that pamphlet? You were born with a special gift. But the people around
I love
you
how the
treat it
characters
like
are both
a
super
curse.
charming and a little
Your mother is
gross
afraid of
at the
you.
same time.
And your father.
Yeah, so here's the
looks
thing. I always like the
shame
design thing because it reminds me a
in
lot
his
of
Come to Whispering Rock
Klasky
Psychic Summer
Supo.
Camp,
You know, like the
and you
Rugrats
can show
team?
them all.
How they kind of made a bunch of
Back
weird
home,
looking
your
character
powers make you a
designs, but they
loner,
weren't really
an
beholden to
outcast,
the idea of like cutesy looking
circus freak.
characters.
But
And I
in
feel like
this
that makes the
dojo,
characters a little more interesting to look
this
at.
psychic dojo, they make you a hero.
Get that soldier a bunk.
Also, like the perfect combination, at least in my mind, of like wackiness
No,
with
darling,
the ability
you
to
can stay
take
here
itself
for a
seriously
few
as a
days
story.
Until your parents come for you, but we can't let you participate in any paranormal training without your parents' consent. I'm sorry.
Wowie. You're so lucky. You get to go home soon.
There's our boy Dogan.
Home? Back there, I was just like you were, Dogan. Punished by my own family for having powers I never
Klasky
asked
Supo, you know the team that did Rugrats?
But
And
here,
they did like the Wild
I have a
Thornberries.
chance to be something. To make a difference. They may come for me, Dogan. But they'll be looking for Raz, the boy. What they're going to find, what they don't expect, is Raz, the Psychonaut.
And then you'll make their heads explode?
No. Do you do that?
No. Well, once kind
They're,
of.
those are real monsters. They just have
Now
like
I wear
a.
this special
They
hat.
have a.
Want to try it on?
No.
But he has mental defenses like I've never seen.
And a
someone so
certain
young.
style
If
where
I
they
could
tend to
just
make
get him in
characters
my
that are
lab
kind
for
of
some
weird looking.
experiments, I'm sure he could withstand more than the others.
That kid's 1 in a million.
You get a
Nine.
strong vibe of that from this game.
I'm not gonna let you turn him into one of your guinea pigs. I've got big plans for that mind.
Based on an interview with the creator, I'm not super excited for the new Zim movie. He basically said straight up he just did it for the money, lol. Yeah, I don't know. Is it Yonan Vasquez? He's an interesting fellow. Let's go on top of this crying kid. Hang on. Oh, I can't do symbols? I want to do smell. Fart stinker. Fart stick. Fart stick. Haha, my name's Fart Stick. Got him. Yes. Okay, good night.
All right, settle down in here. Big day tomorrow. I want to see each and every one of you runts in my classroom at 0600 hours on the dot. I'm the early bird, and you're the worms. Got it? Now, lights out!
Got him. There's our old friend, the caretaker.
Okay, quick eye exam before we start.
Alright, this is
Look over
pretty.
that way
This
if
is
you
probably
will.
one of the more difficult parts of this game.
Wow, what's
Oh
that?
god, no!
Oh,
Not
that's
inverted
the
controls.
challenge marker. The staff scatters these all over the camp to test the stu-
Yeah, okay.
Now look up for me.
Hang on, hang on, hang on. Please tell me I can turn the invert. I can fix the inverted controls.
Some of the old markers have fallen apart. You'll find bits of them flapping around loose. If you find enough of these side cards, you can put them together to make a brand new challenge marker. But you have to
Inverted
find
controls
side
the
core
objectively
and store to
worst
hold them
way
together.
to
Keep ranking up,
control
and
a
before
3D
you know it,
platformer.
You'll be able to use brand new psychic powers. Stuff you didn't even know you could do.
And then when do I become a psychonaut? Because I have to do that before my dad shows up to take me home. Hey, where'd he go? That guy looks so familiar.
Brit swears by inverted controls, but can't stand them. Does anyone in the world actually like inverted controls? I think maybe people that are really into like flight simulators.
You don't want to be late for basic braining.
Woohoo! Basic braining is the best class ever!
Alright, let's fix this. I don't know why it would default to that. I have to use mouse and keyboard for this part for some reason. Advanced. No. No. I could see inverting first person maybe, because it's like you're in their head and then it's like different, like you're tilting down to look up. I don't know. Vine Melon, thank you for the follow, pal. Wait.
This one time a kid was late for basic braining.
No, it just did the opposite of that. It's saying that the inverted controls are the opposite of what they are. Inverted means that going right makes you go left, and going left makes you go right. Wait, I don't need to fix the bindings. Right. So do I need to invert both of them? Alright. Proper controls are... No. Wait, what's going on? Alright, so now this is fixed. But the vertical axis is still broken. Hang on. Let me fix this up. Yeah, flight sim's like the only time that really works. Alright, so don't invert this. So apparently, according to this game, for horizontal, inverted means it isn't inverted. There you go, that's correct. I do get why. For a long time I didn't understand why inverted controls, why anyone's brain would process inverted controls to be the right way to play it. And then I realized it was like, the idea was, so when I think of it, the camera, I just think fairly standard, like, my eye. I think of the camera more like my eyes, right? Where it's like, I look to the right, and it goes right. I look to the left, and it goes left, right? But I think the thing was with inverted controls, you're supposed to think of it like your head. So it's like, if with your head, if you were to pull back, you would look up, right? Whereas if you were to push forward, you would look down. And that was how I at least started to understand why people do inverted controls, where like they're thinking of the analog stick as like their head. So like this would, if you push that way, I don't know. Do you get what I mean? That's what I worked out anyway. I'm going to turn the audio up a little bit in the game since I turned it down from the PC itself. Yeah, so I get the mindset. I just personally don't like thinking about controls that way. Alright, let me know if the game's too quiet, folks. I don't mind turning it up a little bit if you'd prefer. I didn't understand at all. So, Emperor Armpits. Okay, if you think of your head, right? Your head, if you were to tilt your head back, right? You would be looking up. Whereas if you tilted it forward, you'd be looking down, right? So that's what people are thinking with their analog sticks, with inverted controls. Because in standard controls, if you point it down, it goes down. If you point it up, it goes up. But if it was like you were thinking of your head, when you tilt it down, it would go up. Do you get me? This big forehead ain't just for looks. Left, right, I don't fucking know. I think generally inverted left and right controls are less popular. Alright, let's... Haha. Stinky bomb bomb. Alright, so in case anyone isn't familiar with the mechanics of this game, you collect cards. You collect cards to upgrade your psi power or whatever.
I'm telling you for the last time, no. I would never do that.
Psychonauts 100% of this game is really good. I agree, Heretic Druid. I think I've only 100% this game a couple times. Once on PS2 and once on PC, but I don't think I'm gonna 100% it this time. I don't want this to be like a mundane stream. I want things to be constantly happening if possible. Yeah, I think that's it. The perspective of a camera operator, right? The main thing is that if you're using it normally, you're thinking of the camera as like your eyes, which I think is the normal way of thinking of it. But if you're thinking of it inverted, you're thinking of the camera as like the operator of a camera. Lucky Tube is back there. The best way I've heard it explained is imagine a stick through the head. Regular controls the steering from the front of the face and inverted steering from behind. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Alright. Hang on. We're getting the hang of it again. Yeah, I don't know about the Invader Zim movie. I think the show in general was always a little bit, in my opinion, overrated. Like, I like how stylistically unique it was, but I feel like a lot of the jokes were a little bit lazy. And it certainly encouraged the culture of humor that I wasn't so into. That was like the era of kill all squishies, silence squishy, you must die, and that sort of thing.
Frozen solid.
Okay, that's an ability I get later.
Looks like it's completely frozen.
Yep. Still don't see a reason to use it though. I don't know. Some people just... It worked for them as kids and they never decide to fix themselves. These are arrowheads, they're currency, you can use them to buy stuff from like the camp store. But that won't really be too much of a thing until later. Okay. There's so much like little stuff, little storylines too as well.
That has got to be the worst band name I have ever heard in the history of all time.
The Whispering Rockers.
What?
That's my band name idea. Why aren't you guys in Coach Oleander's class?
Are you kidding? A kid got killed in that class last year.
I heard it was a bunch of kids, Phoebe.
Well, I heard it was a bunch of blind kids, and the coach threw them
Yeah,
off a
Raz
cliff.
is like really
Yeah,
spindly.
Because they were late for class.
You better hurry, kid. Now, where were we, Quinn?
Like, there's so many little things in this game. Like, these two kids start a band, and then throughout the game you can just kind of... It's never really a big plot point or anything, but you can just kind of watch the formation of their band. Like, at one point they're playing music, they're like doing rehearsals in the hall and stuff, in the camp hall. There's like characters that have breakups and love triangles and stuff, and you can easily miss that if you're just paying attention to the main story, but there's just like a little... There's a little culture going on in the summer camp. First time I've seen footage of this game, so I'm excited to see what the buzz is about. Yeah.
Hey, where you going, Maloof?
Shh! I snuck out. That class is a death trap for crazy people.
I guess I'm sad because it seems like they're gonna pull away from that in the second game.
Pulls you into his mind, and then there's nothing you can do about
Because in the second game you're just like a psychonaut, you're an actual psychonaut, not just a kid at a summer camp.
I'm calling my parents to come get me.
Yeah, Living Worlds, I like that too.
Too late!
Bobby! Ah!
Hey, kid! You owe me 5 arrowheads for this week's potential.
Oh, thank you, Limes are
Cough it up,
Hardcore. I'm glad that you like my channel,
Or
bud.
you'll be coughing up bloody tears. Hey, leave him alone.
I heard a rumor that you were raised in the circus. Well, let me put this in terms you'll understand. I'm the strong man around here.
Alpha Chad.
Really? Because you look more like the cotton candy.
Benny, put this kid's death on my to-do list.
Come on, we'll see him in class.
Yeah, we'll settle this on the battlefield.
I like how detailed that guy's face is. Okay, there you go.
You see Nolly in a trance while they asked him. Coach Oleander, I'm reporting for basic braining.
Son, do you realize that to take my course, I will have to pull you into my mind, and you will have to relive every bullet-scarred memory of every battle I have ever faced. It'll be pretty. Are you sure you wouldn't rather run around a bit more in the sunshine first?
I don't think there's anything worth exploring because I can't actually cross the bridge until later.
I'm ready,
There's
sir.
not really anywhere I can
Well,
go.
then,
Might as well get this tutorial done.
you're late, soldier. Now get in here and give me 20.
Yeah, you can always explore later. Some things are time sensitive, like there will be certain events in the camp you won't see unless you go to a certain place at a certain point in the game.
Mental world.
That's what I mean about the living world aspect of this game.
It looks like a dentist office.
A mental dentist office.
It's a recruiting office, kids, and I'm here to recruit you for the greatest job in the world.
I hope that if Psychonauts 2 does well, they do a HD remake of Psychonauts 1. I know that they could spend those resources on more actual Psychonauts stuff, but I feel like this is a game that would really benefit from a HD remake.
Me, sir.
Especially because it didn't really do well the first time, but now it has a massive cult following.
You said
There's only one way out of here. Fighting! I want one of you chickens to sock me square in the jaw. I warn you, once you do, the war is on.
So much effort. I remember watching a making of thing when Double Fine was kicking off, and Double Fine has always had resource issues. It's shocking how much they were able to do with this game, considering how how lacking they were in resources.
His astral projection just got kicked out of my mind.
Howdy, Vine Melon. Yeah, sorry, there's like a little delay on follower things. There's like an anti-troll measure. You know, if you're the kind of troll that's willing to... If you're the kind of troll that's willing to wait 10 minutes just to say a mean thing, then, you know, you've earned my respect. The modders in Psychonauts 2 are way better, yeah. I mean, it has been like 15 years, or like 10 years, I think.
Relax, that's just a figment of my imagination. You can run right through figments. They help you rank up, and when you rank up, you earn new psychic. So whenever you see a figment, suck it up, soldier. Come
So
on.
these are just more collectibles you can find in the little dream worlds.
Piggy, piggy.
And then you get these guys.
What are you staring at? We all have emotional baggage, kid. Why don't you make yourself useful? Sort some of it out while you're in here. Keep your eyes peeled for a tag that matches. Could be anywhere.
Hope they let you run around in the open world after the game in Psychonauts 2. I would, yeah, I mean, I'd be definitely bummed out if the game was like purely a linear level-based experience. I think a huge part of this, the appeal of actually, the master volume can say the same. I'm just going to turn the music down a tiny bit. A huge part of the appeal for me of Psychonauts was like the idea that there was like a hub world that you could wander around in, and then you could sort of go to levels from there. I think if it was just like linear levels, then that would kind of bum me out. Okay, nothing's up here. So this little boy,
I need the steamer trunk tag for this guy.
we get this
There it is.
tag.
Unless you'd rather just drop and give me 20 right now.
I mean, do this. This cute animation never gets old. Aww.
Onward and upward,
So
soldier.
there you go, there's some emotional baggage dealt with. Tim Schafer actually got asked if maybe we consider doing a remake of the first game to make the visuals on Power Psychonauts 2, but they'd be too expensive because they lost like 90% of the animation and audio files and we have to completely remake most of it.
You hit that
Dang.
ladder hard, son. Show it who's boss.
That's understandable, but definitely a bummer. Couldn't they rip some of the audio files from this? Like, couldn't they just like strip down this game and get a lot of the audio files? Or do they need raw audio? Or I don't know. I'm not that kind of game developer. Oh. Okay. Yeah, because surely there's files in there. The animation files are likely the bigger
Less
issue.
waiting,
Yeah.
more motivating.
I mean, the animation in this game was really nice.
Watch out! Fire down below.
Oh. Too spoilery to mention favorite levels. Try and be vague about it, maybe, for people in chat who haven't played any of these games.
Looks like a test.
I'm sure that at least a few of these viewers have never played this game.
Advanced route.
What's that supposed
Power
to
Pie
mean?
DJ, thank you for the follow,
You think
pal.
you're more
Mwah.
advanced than me, new kid?
Sorry, what?
I'm not stupid. You're stupid. The coach is stupid. The whole camp is stupid. That thing flying at you is stupid.
What's flying at me?
Got him.
Bobby Zeltz's foot, that's what! You stupid new kid! Yeah!
The chat alpha strikes again.
Oh. Thanks for saving me.
Well, actually, I was saving this plant.
Never seen one so meaty before.
I have.
The Spanish and French
It's been
levels.
appearing in the
Oh yeah, those are my two favorites too, probably.
Nightmares?
I'd say the Spanish level is my favorite level aesthetically, and the French level is my favorite gameplay-wise.
No.
Are you talking about Edgar? Edgar's level for the Spanish one, and then the French one, the Napoleon dude? Okay.
You'll have plenty of time to stand around when you're dead.
Into the secret hole. I'll go back through the secret hole the other way so that I can get all of the figments. I'm going to try and not be too obsessive with the figments, but this is a collectathon. Sometimes I just can't help
Onward
it.
and upward, soldier.
Sometimes the need is just too high. Something in my brain just gets itched when I collect random objects. Also, I get extra abilities, so at least there's a real utility. It's not just like, congratulations, you collected all the gems.
Cause I'm gonna call you Slowy Joey.
That's not my name.
What was that, Slowy?
Psychonauts Discord? No, I'm not. I didn't know there was a Psychonauts Discord. Is that for backers, or is that just a thing available for everyone? Feel free to post my stream on the Psychonauts Discord if that is a thing they allow. So that more Psychonauts fans can come here and we can all
You're like molasses
gush
going up
about
in
how
January.
this game
With
is the
crackers.
best. And look, I'm not just saying this as some scrub, some casual fan of 3D platformers. I'm an expert in the realm of 3D platforming. You'll never meet a bigger fan of 3D platformers than I. Well, you probably will. I didn't play many of the Nintendo ones.
Dang, my bowels move more than you do, Pokey.
My thing is, I was never like big on the like Mario and things like that. I was always really into things like Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, Psychonauts, Gex, you know, the classics. I thought that the hole was over here. I swear that the other side of the secret hole was there. Oh, Saint, I didn't know your last name was legit just Saint. I didn't even know that was even allowed.
Plenty of time to stand around when you're dead.
Yeah, it's just my name. I love Ratchet and Clank as a kid, yeah. Maybe I should try and emulate them and play them on stream at some point, because I haven't played... I played replayed the first one a little while ago.
Move, move,
Even though I don't really like the first one that much, especially compared to 2 and 3. Am I missing the entrance to the secret entrance to the thing? Just didn't work on your
Now
field.
that kind of wall, you can climb it up, down, sideways, whatever way you want. Just get on it.
Do you need to go through
Like
the
a
secret entrance to
monkey.
get into it from the other side?
Hey, slow down, kid. If you pass me around, it'll make us look bad, and Bobby will pound you deaf. Bobby, can you hear me?
It's way back behind you, the secret area. Wait, I thought that it was
Watch those mines.
oh jeez. I'm tempted to go do it. I need to go do it. Sorry, folks.
Mentales uberalis.
I thought it was like a skip thing. Whoopsie. I thought it was like a skip thing. That was why I didn't take it, because I wanted to go here the proper way so that I didn't skip any of the figments. But maybe I'm misremembering. Alright, into the hole.
Move, move, move.
Oh. Look, that was just a joke, folks. I'm just kidding around. I'm actually an expert at this game. I will never fall from anything for the rest of the game. Don't worry about it. There we go. God, I never played this game with headphones before. Actually, I'm now noticing a bunch of weird little noises that I never noticed
It's
before.
game day, kid.
Posted it for you. Oh, thanks, Vine Melon. Where is it? Oh, it's like, wait, here? Oh, I do not remember that. I do have no recollection of that secret hole being there. Okay. Having to drop twice from the exit of the secret just crosses the blimp area. Okay.
Less waiting, more motivating.
Now we can move on. I don't feel like it's too much of a dox to confirm that my name is in fact my name.
Less waiting, more motivating.
Speedrun begins. There's a secret area in Black Velvetopia that I know is there because I don't know the achievement for it. I couldn't figure out how to find it. Secret area in Black Velvetopia.
Hey, Dopey.
Right.
Okay.
Everyone's favorite side objective.
You're like molasses going uphill in January.
I can't do it.
Yes, you can, Dogan. Just follow me.
Okay.
Oh! Hang on a sec.
Oh, you got one too?
Yeah, we got one.
What games you got?
Odyssey and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. We
I
got.
just bought that
Nice. Sorry about that. Okay. Brett, she just went to Walmart. She'll be back in a minute, I think. She left a little while ago.
I can't.
Yes, you can, Dogen. Just follow me.
Okay.
Ryun 355. Thank you for the follow, pal.
Look, Raz. I didn't explode at all.
Good hustle out there.
Oh
Hey.
God, Japeth, you got the Twitter
This is for
update.
helping me out. Okay, bye.
Thank you very much, Dogen. Yeah, fuck the Twitter update. It's really, really bad. Got this boy. There you go. Love you, Dogen.
Less waiting, more.
It's so
fighting.
blocky and gross. Grave Robert 3457. Thank you for the follow, pal. Yeah, it like feels like it takes up a ton of space. I have like my notifications just don't work most of the time now. I'll go to check my mentions and it will only show stuff from like hours and hours ago.
The plane's going down, soldier. Hit that door and Geronimo.
Hey,
Didn't I
no one told
mention
me to
the
pack a
gopher
chute.
yet?
Did Washington have a chute when he crossed the
And then
Delaware?
I gave
Yes,
Lady a
jump,
bone.
Missy.
What? It will come eventually after this potato, and it will not be consensual. And then you'll be stuck with it forever.
Hey, look! It's Raz!
Yay! Raz is here!
Yeah! Maybe you'll be able to beat this darn game. We can't do it.
Yeah, we're no good. And the
Can't
coach
crop
won't open the
videos
game
anymore.
Until someone wins.
Yay, Raz! Just punch that to start.
These guys are creepy. These are some bottom tier students here.
You score enough points on this course, kid, and I'll give you a reward.
Punch, punch, punch!
I didn't mind the Reddit redesign as much, to be honest. I was never too affected by it.
Punch, punch, punch!
Punch, punch, punch! Yay, Raz! Punch! Hooray!
Yay, Raz! Punch, punch, punch!
Punch, punchy, punch, punch!
Punch, punchy, punch, punch!
Punch, Raz, punch!
Yay, Raz! Punch, Raz! Punch! Punch, punch, punch! Punch, punch, punch! Punch!
Hey, good job, soldier. Now here's your reward.
Yes, man. Right. Okay, 30 points. Track 17, thank you for the follow, pal. Can I do it the first time? Hey! Is that the last one? 30... Nah, I'm good.
Most people, they got something to hide. They store away their shame, their dirty little secrets. These tiny.
By the way, aiming for 100% or just playing the game? Just playing the game. I don't think I'm going to try and 100% many games that I play here.
Go ahead. Bust open this
Unless, like,
vault.
viewers really, really like me playing them.
Ah, good.
So this is, what's this meant? This isn't mental baggage, this is something else. I forget the name of these things. So it gives you a sense of their psychology. So of course the issue all along was
You
he was a
enjoy that.
manlet.
One of my favorites.
which is somewhat reductive, but hey, this is a game for kids. Oh wait, no, that was an accident. Pardon me. I'm incredibly hyped for Psychonauts 2. Probably that, and then after Psychonauts 2, probably the new thing by Obsidian that I forget the name of now. I forget the name of it now, but the game that is definitely not a Fallout game. Oh, sorry, someone else. I actually did fix Nightbot. I don't know why it's still doing that. Maybe I forgot to remove that command, but you have to hit exclamation point sub if you want to get the message for that to actually work. Outer Worlds, that's it, the Outer Worlds, yeah.
You're like molasses
I'm very
going
excited
uphill
for
in
that.
January with crutches.
This is very wholesome. I thought the Outer Worlds was definitely not Borderlands. Now, the thing is that Obsidian aren't allowed to make another Fallout game. That's like the whole thing. Because it's owned by Bethesda, and they're not really working together. I think, in part, because Bethesda really screwed them over. I'm not sure if any of you folks in chat are familiar with this. So there was a whole thing with Bethesda. I'm going to turn the game down a tiny bit more. There was a whole thing with Bethesda where they had made an agreement with Obsidian, and Obsidian did agree to it, so technically they're not entirely at fault for that. Bethesda isn't at fault for offering a deal that Obsidian agreed to. Essentially it was, if Fallout New Vegas gets more than 90 on Metacritic, then they get a bonus pay, which really was like good pay versus not so great pay. So Obsidian took that deal, and then Fallout New Vegas got 89 on Metacritic, so they lost like a whole bunch of money from that. I don't know if Obsidian still kind of feels burned by that decision, but now they're just making their own thing that is definitely not Fallout, but looks very similar to Fallout. That's my understanding of it anyway. Up we go. I always like this little thing coming up here. Oh, this blew my mind when I was a kid. You ready for this, folks? Alright? Try not to have your heads explode too much when this happens, okay? See that? As a child, I almost died. I always tried to like see if I could glitch it so that was just sort of a little bit on that side, but it never really works. Real bruh moment, real bruh moment. Anything else over here? Nope. Let's do this. So this area is obviously very themed after Oleander because he's a military boy. And then that kind of comes back around later on, actually. As we will see. Oleander suffers terribly from toxic masculinity. Is his real thing.
You can grab poles like that and swing on them.
It just goes to show, once again, video games indoctrinated the youths. There we go. Turns out he actually has a whole lot to hide. Just realized the final villain of Psychonauts is toxic masculinity. Shh. We'll find that out soon enough. There actually is a lot going on these games. Like, they do have a lot of meaning to them. Especially when you try and tie the various stories together.
Hold it right there, boy. That's a mental cobweb. You can collect select them with a specialized piece of equipment.
I never
Once
actually
you
played
get
the Rhombus of
checked out.
Ruin. Wasn't that like
Steer clear of them.
that was the VR thing, wasn't it? How was Rhombus of Ruin? I can't hear Rasputin's voice without thinking of Zim and Billy. Holy shit. Wait. The guy who plays Zim is also the guy that plays Billy from Billy and Mandy? I don't think I ever put that together.
As you can see, the trapeze is very difficult. Most cadets can't handle it. You might just want to stay away from it. You still get a participation.
The story was quite good from the YouTube playthrough I watched. Maybe I'll give it a watch then. I don't have a VR thing, so unless someone wants to buy me a VR headset, I'll just watch a YouTube thing for that. Where's the boy? I do need to come back through here anyway because I need to get the thing, the cobweb duster, but that'll come later.
Mentalis uberalis.
Oh, there it is. You... Come on. There we go. Now I want to know Dr. Loboto's backstory. I think part of that is explained in this game, and then obviously I think Psychonauts 2 is going to delve into that somewhat. Although I do hope it has its own story to tell, and it doesn't just kind of... I'm just really hoping Psychonauts 2 isn't like a meme game. Like, oh, it's just all of the funny memes from the first game and none of the sort of deeper psychological serious stuff that I think, like, the jokey stuff complemented. I don't think the jokey stuff was what I came to this game for. If they delved more into the serious psychological aspect of these people's stories, I think that would make a lot more... That would matter a lot more to me than more funny jokes. Yeah, I think that that voice actor, when he does like the Zim voice, I hear the Zim voice in a lot of things that he does. Whereas that Billy voice, I don't really hear that very much elsewhere. It's kind of like there's the Troy Baker voice that he does for most of his projects, and then there's like a different sort of voice he very occasionally does. Oh, well. I forgot that this wasn't Jak and Daxter, where I could just sort of hit stuff while in the air. One moment. There we go. There we go. How are we doing on figments now? Or... Oh, we've got all the baggage. So that's cool. Just don't have the cobwebs. Like, look, each figment is its own little illustration. Isn't that cool? I think so too. Artist Tire, thank you for the follow, pal.
Hey kid.
All emotional baggage sorted.
Silver dollar out there in that rail. Why don't you walk out there and maybe
Certainly not in the real world. Okay. And these are the figments that I always end up missing. Oh god, if I can get all of these. Nope, missed one. I don't feel like it's possible to do that the first time. To get them all that first time. It all ties back, folks. I irresponsibly bought the limited physical PS4 edition of Psychonauts. I didn't even know that that was a thing. I'm glad that the PC version seems to be a lot more stable than the PS2 version. I guess they did bug fixes and stuff, but when I played it on PS2, it was a little bit janky at times. Obviously, the meat circus being the big culprit. I feel like that segment is like the reason this game. Any negative reviews of this game talks significantly about the meat circus, which we'll get to. Oh, we'll get to it. Don't you worry. So many just neat little platforming puzzles. I'm noticing that me and Britt are playing Mario Odyssey, and I'm really enjoying it, but I'm getting the sense, like, occasionally that the platforming puzzles are, like, samey to some extent. Like, you get the little power-up things, and you always kind of do the same things with them. It is really good, though. I'm not arguing that. But, like, this game tends to have a bunch of weird little inventive things.
Early.
There's a secret door here. Let's go through the secret door. This game? Oh, the meat circus is pretty difficult.
Hold it right there, son.
I'm glad that there's other fans of the Napoleon level with us today. I always really like that
I was
segment.
just looking for a way out.
Oh, sorry about that. Didn't think you'd get to the end so fast. Dang, I didn't think you'd get to the end at all. You surprised me out there, kid. Here, you've earned this. Your first Psychonaut merit badge.
Now we're the cops. I mean, yeah, I think the thing is, generally I would say Psychonauts is a fairly easy game. I think Meat Circus is just one of the few segments that like really challenges the player, and it can be a little bit
I'm always
janky.
glad to see a soldier come back from the field alive. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta go back in. I left some good men back there.
Oh god, if they make the villains in Psychonauts 2 Antifa,
Bad in there. You're in trouble now. Bobby Zilch ain't happy.
I'm preemptively
Better
cringing.
watch yourself, Gogglelicious.
What's that, hair boy?
Or maybe they'll just point out that actually it's bad to be thought police.
Settle down.
Why? You worried I'm gonna hurt your boyfriend?
No. Because Sasha 9 is standing right behind you.
Your performance, young cadet, was outstanding. I'd like you to report to my lab for some advanced training.
Ooh, Raz the Spaz is gonna be in a special class. Benny, remind me to give him a special beating later, okay?
There are some odd
These tests
political
are
dimensions to
authorized,
Psychonauts,
so
definitely,
I can't
that are worth
actually
thinking about.
ask you to come. But if you happen to drop in, well, what could I do? Let me just give you this. Remember, your talent will always set you apart.
Like,
Rescue.
surely in and of itself,
Sometimes
it's kind of a human
isolation
rights
is good.
violation to go into
It can
someone's
lead
brain
to
without their consent.
important discoveries.
That feels like it's beyond the pale a little bit.
Wait, I don't even know what your lab is.
Am I considering doing a
Is
video about
this some kind of
Psychonauts?
test?
Up until this exact moment, no. But now that I just thought about that,
Important discoveries.
maybe.
And now I'm hearing things. Great.
Raz is holding an object in his hand.
You know where this button is from, Coach?
Hey, you stole a button from the geodesic psycho-isolation chamber.
No, I didn't. Bobby Zilch gave it to me.
Should have known. That kid spends more
I
time
believe
in
that's
the corner than
intentional,
in
Bubble
school.
Boy.
Reminds me of myself when I was his age. Well, go put it back.
Well, okay, chat. Something I would like you to debate while I make my way to the geodesic isolation chamber. Do you think there's a context where non-consensually going into someone's brain and literally getting their thoughts from them in their subconscious could be justifiable as not like a human rights violation? If we at least accept the premise that there should always be some kind of human rights to consider.
This is the button that Sasha gave me.
Okay.
It's a clue to the location of his secret
I'm gonna
lab.
take that as rote that we should do that.
Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes, right? And then I'm gonna start to count to 100, okay? And then you guys hide. Everybody got it?
It's hide and seek, Vernon, not hide and calculus. We've all got it.
I got it. You start counting, and then I go hide in that bush.
Great. 1.
Milka, you're a genius.
Come on, Dogen.
Hold on. This reminds me of a story. It's about counting. Hello? Man, you guys are good.
I can imagine people justifying it for known criminals. I mean, I guess, but doesn't that kind of fall into... Like, once someone becomes a criminal, if they rescinded the right to the privacy of their own thoughts? Like, I don't know, that's where it gets a little bit sketchy.
On sale now in the main store, we have a special on Dream Fluffs. You hear me? Dream Fluffs.
No, this is
Good
the
for
button.
you.
No, I don't
Keep a
want to
pocket
lose
full
this
of
button.
these for a quick
Right, put this barn away.
I might not get into
Mental
Sasha's
hell.
secret lab without
Okay, I guess I can't put the barn away right now.
This is the button that Sasha gave me.
Okay.
It's a clue to the location of his secret lab.
If you could go into a murderer's brain and stop the murdering, isn't that a net good for society? That's like the... I guess this becomes like a deontology versus utilitarian perspective, where like a utilitarian would say, well, if it's going to stop the murderer from murdering, yes, it's good to non-consensually go into their brain and fix their brain, right? But if you're a deontologist and one of your like axioms or whatever is, you know, people have the right to their own minds, then you would say that's still wrong, I guess.
No passing.
Unless I'm overthinking it, which I probably am. I'm the one who did the video about Sky High being fascist, so...
I did think of that before. That's why I'm here now.
Exactly. Now you gotta pay the toll.
1 arrowhead.
Pay the troll toll.
I found this thing. Is that what you're talking about?
Yep, that's an arrowhead.
How'd they get here?
Frankie, the new
Once
kid can't
more,
be this dumb,
low
right?
tier
Camp's
students
built
right
on
here.
an Indian burial ground, and
Oh my gosh! Indians buried their dead here?
ew! I hope not. No, stupid. They buried their arrowheads here.
But that's why we like you, Jack. Oh, thank you, Grave Robber.
Let out a little
I really
gasp.
appreciate that, buddy.
Just like Coach Oleander.
So if you see any of that stuff, just pull them right out.
Like truffles.
Anyway, let me have one of yours.
Like, at a certain point, it's the same reasoning you would use to just, like, have the death penalty, for instance, right? If your thing is, well, they're a murderer, they keep murdering, so we should kill them, and then that'll stop murdering, and that'll be a net good for society. You could argue that from a utilitarian perspective, but if you just think murder is wrong as an axiom, then it doesn't really matter whether or not it's a net good for society.
Whoa there, you. Come here, you. Can't do the scavenger hunt without a list. Report back to me when you have enough items for your first promotion. Now get!
This is killing someone in a way that produces a constructive citizen as a consequence.
So where do I... Hey, where'd he go?
But like, so for instance, is that suggesting that you would actually be for, say, things like electroshock therapy if it actually worked and didn't just turn people into vegetables, right? Like, is your objection to something like electroshock therapy that it doesn't work, or that it's wrong to force that on a person, even if they are extremely mentally ill, right? For me personally, I think that it's wrong to do, even in cases of extreme mental illness. ECT does actually work for a lot of people. Oh, I did not know that. Really? I thought that it was kind of junk science. How does it work exactly, if you know? It is killing people nevertheless. We must have that right.
What you doing there?
We're making friendship bracelets. You know, for our friends.
Got him.
Hey, Lily. Do you know where Sasha 9's secret lab is?
secret. It's printed on your
It's still
map.
used for people in catatonic
Duh.
depressive states.
Oh, I knew that. I was just curious if you knew where Sasha Nine's lab was. Because I do.
70 to 80% success rate? Whoa. Helped my mum at one point, so I'd be hard pressed to oppose it. That's really interesting. I had never, to be honest, I hadn't done much research on it, and from what I was aware, it was like a pretty
Remember to keep
not the
filling
most
up
useful
those
thing.
scavenger hunt forms. We got a couple of big promotions for the week.
Alright. Let's check the shop and see if there's anything worth buying. Yeah, see, look, they're doing band practice now.
Excuse me.
I told you them burgers ain't ready.
No, you didn't.
The coals ain't hot. They're not gonna be done for a while. Maybe a week.
A week?
They're back ordered.
Yeah, maybe that's
I'm
the
only
thing, that
one
when it
back
first
here.
came
These
about,
things take
that kind of
time.
therapy was
Oh,
way
why
too
did you say
much.
so?
It's kind of
what
like how they
do
used to
you
just
want?
give soldiers heroin.
Oh, that's my last cobweb duster. Take that into someone's mind with you. You can clean up.
Okay.
And with that, now here's something. Now that dowsing rod with now.
We need the
it's
dowsing rod at some point.
Now, you take that psi core there, put it together with 9 psi cards, and you'll have yourself a brand new. Now, it's dream. Now, you take that psi core.
Let's grab that.
Excellent choice. What else can I do you for? Now,
That's it for now.
You take that. All right. Go get more airheads and come on back.
I feel like there was something over here that I could get. If I got real slow to this girl. Oh, I have to like have the invisibility power up, I guess. Is it up on the rafters?
Hey, you guys are good.
Thanks, man. Hey, do you have a lighter? Cause if you lit it and held it up right now, that would be rad.
Yeah, you
And
do.
completely
But you
insensitive
especially need
to
the
me and my
dowsing rod
issues.
earlier on because you need to
right,
get
right.
the
Oh, never mind. I
you need a
forgot
bunch
about
of
the whole
arrowheads and you can only get
fire
them
thing
by
for a
doing the
moment.
dowsing rod.
Hey, where are you stopping?
Oh, I thought you stopped.
No. Let's go.
It's better to get sooner rather than later because then that stops you from having to like
Sorry, my bad.
Not to worry, my bro. Let's just pick it up.
it stops you having to grind for them later on. Now, where's the way to the geodesic isolation chamber? I am totally missed around on this. That's the swamp. Don't need to go there. Did they move the map around? I do not remember it being shaped like this. Okay. They didn't. My memory's just bad. I'm gonna wait until I have a few more power-ups until I really start exploring this area. I'd be fine with it, except for one thing: I don't want the mind cops to not be criminals themselves. You mean that the mind cops can't be criminals? Everyone gets their own little special parking space. Isn't that cool? There's Coach Oleander's car. Another symbol of toxic masculinity. I think this is Sasha Nine's car. Yeah, I'm gonna need the bouncy ball for that. And they've got disabled spaces. See? Not many games have this consideration.
Goodbye, cool kid.
What?
Just an update for everyone. Mills and I are still broken up, and no matter how much he begs, I am not taking him back. Also, you should know that my new boyfriend
I think the only
doesn't
case that
like
allow
being
for
called
entering
James.
someone else's brain against the will would be like, do we switch the machine off situation? Yeah. I definitely get tricky when it comes to like people that are in situations where they can't consent to it. but it could theoretically help them. That's definitely like a philosophical thing that I've never really had a solid answer for. A positive thing that would still go against the consent of someone who cannot consent at that time.
Would you like to go back to your private sanctuary now, Agent Cruller?
We'll go to
Let's go
sanctuary.
to Ford's, my sanctuary.
Yes, noble Psycho Master.
Ah, sorry about that, in Windsor. It is all archived over on YouTube. I think if you do exclamation point YouTube, it will take you to it, but maybe not. In any case, there are the archives there if you wanted to check them out that way. How would society go about in implementing this mind invasion thing for murderers? They would have to know beforehand that someone wants to murder someone. Well, I guess it could only be after they've committed murder, and they would try to fix their brain. No, wait.
You're Ford Cruller, the greatest leader the Psychonauts ever had.
Yeah, it would get tricky.
Well, you shouldn't believe everything you read in True Psychic Tales.
You wouldn't be able to do it preventatively, because then that would be like the assumption that someone may in the future commit a crime, which gets into that Minority Report, Psychopaths territory. Psychopaths, by the way, very good anime.
I better go.
I know the answer to all these
Don't worry,
questions.
I'll be right here with you, inside your head.
My head?
Yep, I want to keep my eye on you, son, so I'm going to be a psychic stowaway inside your noggin. If you ever want to make me appear...
Profiling, yeah, like that kind of thing, absolutely not. I would definitely not support the practice of like having profiling with that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah, I just love bacon. I smell that stuff and I can't help it. I drop everything and come running.
Yeah, but it's canon now. You're opening a whole new can of worms philosophically. It's like, what do you mean by corrupt though? Because like, there could be a bunch of impulses that could theoretically lead to someone being corrupt, but like, that could just be a part of their personality in a not necessarily negative way. So like, what is it? A corrupt tendency to sometimes not follow orders to the letter?
When an area of your psyche is neglected for too long, mental cobwebs form.
Are you just supposed to always follow orders exactly as you're given?
Device known as a mental cobweb duster.
Because you would definitely not get corrupted if that was the case. But sometimes you don't necessarily want people that are only going to follow the letter of the law.
Which brings you
I don't know.
9 psychods into this guy.
Yeah, how do we define corrupt? Especially when you haven't actually done anything yet.
It will kick out a bona fide side challenge marker, which will earn you a promotion to a higher rank. Rank up enough, you'll earn new psychic abilities. You got it?
Put my mental cobwebs in there, and my psi cards and cores in there, and soon I'll be able to burn stuff.
Yep, basically. Have fun.
Like, you always get into very tricky territory.
Just testing your...
But you gotta buy a copy.
Okay, gotcha. I want the other thing. This is the one I want. Whenever you get into like preventative territory is when it always gets really tricky.
I still need to buy a psi core at the camp store before I can use this machine to make psi challenge.
It definitely becomes easier once you get to the point of like, this is something that's already happened and we're just trying to prevent something else happening later. Like, we already know this guy's corrupt. But when it's like, they have a personality trait that could theoretically lead to corruptness later on, like, no. That's a no bueno for me. Let's go. I'm gonna go into the forest. Kids cabin area, main lodge.
I'm headed for...
Parking lot. Who dictates what goes against public interest? Well, I mean, definitely some people would consent to it. Undoubtedly. Some people would just, like, appreciate the opportunity for someone to give them a free, highly effective therapy session where they just kill their, or feed their emotional baggage and kill their inner demons. That'd be cool. But, you know, having that be a non-consensual thing probably isn't fun. Did Britt end up watching Megamind? She did end up watching Megamind, and she liked it, because it's a good movie. Okay, see you later, Becca. There was some questionable stuff with Mega Man when we watched it. Like, there's a lot of blame put onto Megamind for, like, what he does, even though the movie clearly establishes that, like, everyone has treated him shit his entire life, so it's kind of a predictable outcome that he would become villainous when everyone has been acting shitty to him his whole life. But I guess that's natural when you're living in liberal America. It all has to come down back to individual choice. Majority of people voted for Brexit. Does that mean it's for the public interest? Well, that's a whole nother topic. Let me know if there's any drop frames, by the way, folks, because I had an issue with that on the last stream. I'm not going to worry about collecting stuff too much, because again, we don't have all the power-ups we need to really explore a lot of these areas. There we go. I think it's not just that he was treated badly, but that he grew up in a social system in which he was expected to be either good or bad. Well, he was literally raised in a prison.
Warning. Geodesic psycho-isolation chamber this way. Stay out.
Is that right? Oh. Grab another arrowhead and then work our way over. Yeah, there's another scavenger hunt thing. Cool, we found a pipe out in the woods. Let's go smoke it. If I was designing this game, I'd make it so you can grind on these fence posts. Hire me, Double Fine. I have a lot of cool ideas. Ooh. A thingy. I guess I can't get to that yet.
Excuse me, Mr. Ranger, but I'm looking...
Well, this forest is off limits. Now get!
Fuck you, cop. I think there's a bear around here. There he is. See, I want to get to that thing, that card over there, but I don't think I can scare off the bear. Maybe if I had like the fire ability or something like that. Grinding on fence post SA2 style.
Hey,
oh, Sonic
there's
Adventure.
a hole at the bottom of this stump. Hey, was that you? Looking at me?
Maybe you should try getting over yourself? There were a lot of other people on that stage besides you.
No, just now, in the woods. No.
See you later, Joystick. Have a great day.
Else. You don't smell like pond scum.
Nice. You should write greeting cards.
There was some sort of shadowy being out there, lurking, watching.
I know of only one creature who fits that description. It likes to hide in dark places, silently watching unsuspecting children from a distance.
Really? Who?
You, tree sitter!
I'm hiding.
It's a
Neg.
tunnel that opens onto a system of catacombs.
When will you peek into the
think I
hole in
can
my
squeeze
heart?
through.
Because you just see yourself staring back.
Uh-huh. What?
Hey, fish boy. I see you up there.
much work. I'm testing a low-orbit spaceplane design.
I never saw that kid before. I mean, never in that specific circumstance, anyway. Right, let's get in that geodesic isolation chamber. Oh. I think that Raz could probably use more mobility options, although I know that you get some later on with the bouncy ball and all that.
I got a secret for you. Mills.
Hey, not fair! Whispering is so rude. What did he tell you, Dogen?
Like, even if you just had like a roll or a dive or something. Something to give Raz a bit more mobility. Before he gets the bouncy ball later on.
Is anybody out there? Let me out! Help! Somebody!
Hey, who is that?
Raz, is that you? It's me, Maloof.
Hang on, buddy. Give me a sec to pop this tin can.
Thanks. I thought I was gonna have to eat my own arm.
What is this thing?
It's a GPC, a geodesic psycho-isolation
Now that is a
chamber.
proud forehead.
Oh, man, cool.
Cool? Do you have any idea what this does?
That is a borderline 6 head.
No. It's a 6-sensory deprivation tank. A hermetically sealed metaphysical hotbox. It's solitary confinement.
Yes,
for
man.
Nasty. And the coach locked you inside it?
Why is Bobby still in camp? Because he has a lot of potential. What if Bobby was like your partner and there's like Men in Black? Hire me, Double Fine.
Why even cooler? Perhaps notice gigantic bear with skin where hair should be?
I didn't see anything in there. That's the whole point.
Just so. Empty now.
This character's
Good luck,
racist.
small ones.
Hey, wait!
There we go. I put the button in the hole. Praxonauts. And down we go.
Agent 9, I'm here for the advanced training.
See, the trouble fundamentally with Minecops is that if you're gonna set it based on like, oh, if they break the law, then it's justifiable to
bending spoons, burning stuff.
break into their brains. Then it's like they can just make a new law where they suspect you of something. It's the same thing that you have in the US, where like once you're suspected of, there's like add a law for suspicion. And then it becomes legally justifiable. That's the trouble with most state institutions. They'll just come up with a new rule that makes it so they're legally allowed to do the thing they want to do. It's like the torture thing in the US, where it's like the US doesn't commit torture, so if the US does it, then by definition it can't be torture.
I've been hearing a lot about head explosion, and I was wondering...
Science, Rasputin. That is what we practice down here.
Screen people appointed to public office. Yeah, but that's where you get that Red Scare shit, where it's like, he's got a Marxist brain.
To the brain tumbler, and we'll begin.
Brain tumbler?
Get your mind invaded for resisting arrest. Exactly. Alright.
So, what's this hairdryer thing do?
Ah, you're ready for the brain tumbler. With this device, we will send you deep into your own psyche, where you should find unparalleled insight and power.
The US doesn't torture, it makes use of enhanced interrogation
Just
techniques.
relax. This will
You
not
got it.
hurt, unless something really very bad happens.
Now you're thinking like a good old cop.
Wow. Is this what the inside of my mind looks like?
Not yet. You're still traveling to the astral plane.
Yes,
This
man.
is a tiny corner of what we call the collective unconscious.
Definitely a premise that gets you
place in
thinking,
which
though, doesn't it?
all of our unconscious minds are connected. You have just begun your training, Rasputin, so many of the connections with other minds are still.
Are there
not
other
developed for you,
properties
and
that
those
have this
doorways
premise,
remain
where it's
just
like
out
a
of
psychic,
reach.
a summer
The
camp
more
for
you explore
psychics,
the
or like
mental world,
the
the
police,
more
but for
connections you will
I get
form.
there's police, but for
Right now,
psychics
the
is
only
Minority
unconscious
Report
world you
and
can enter is
Psychopaths.
that one, your own.
But
Step
like
through it
specifically
and
with
we'll
kids
continue.
being trained for that kind of thing. This is quite an inventive idea. It's one of those ideas that seems obvious, but just wasn't really capitalized on before. We want this door over here. Jordan Peterson would love this. Oh yes. Get a Jordan Peterson playthrough of this game.
Sasha? Where am I?
You are inside your own mind, but I'm not sure.
I want a
where.
Jordan Peterson
Tell me,
playthrough of
what can you
this
see?
and a Slavoj Žižek playthrough with Bioshock.
Caravan.
Do you recognize it?
Yes. It's where I was born.
I see. Compelling.
Girl with the silver eyes.
Sasha, I'm going inside the caravan.
What do you
Is it
see
Zizek?
inside?
Zizek? What is Zizek? I don't know. I'm bad with pronouncing names. What was Yezek? Rasputin's Getaway. Look. I think, as far as I'm aware, they're going to be doing a lot more with the Raz's family in the next game. And Raz ran away. I wish we knew what happened to that little horse that he had. Now this segment too, folks, prepare yourselves. Because this is the second moment in this game that as a kid made me go like, what? How? Ready?
I'm not sure. It's getting fuzzy.
We're trapped in the static, folks. We're trapped in the static. But then...
Aha!
Are you okay? What do you see now?
I see a small, bunny-like animal thing.
Zizek?
Unfamiliar animal entity.
So it's like
often represents
Zizek?
primal fear or memory. Follow it, and it should lead you somewhere important.
Check. Okay, Mr. Bun. You and I are
Slavoj
gonna be tight.
Žižek.
Wherever you
Okay.
go, I go. Like two peas in a hey!
Thank you.
Back here.
Now I won't embarrass myself when I do a collab with him. We do a video about how... I don't know. We'll do a video about Space Jam together. What movie should I cover if I do a collab with Slavoj Žižek? Which one would he appreciate talking about with me?
Sasha?
What is it? Another bunny?
No. This is more of a super scary flaming-eyed demon kind of deal.
Oh.
What?
Okay.
Will you consider playing a Spyro title when the remake hits the PC in September?
Hold on, I'm still
Possibly.
getting some
Me and Britt did do some Spyro Reignited streams on our PS4.
Sorry. Almost ready.
We did do some because we're big fans of Spyro, but we stopped.
That should not have happened.
That was back
We
when
need
no
to
one was
try that
watching the
again.
streams. We had like 4 or 5 viewers.
I don't think I need to be in the tumbler
Like
with
a month
the
ago.
glowy eye guys anymore.
Suit yourself. You know, in many tribal societies, learning to defeat the monsters you see in your dreams is considered a rite of passage. I can train you to fight. Come see me when you're ready.
This is wrong. Child soldiers, woo!
Yes, thank you, Rasputin, for helping me clean up.
Quick reminder, by the way, that if you're a fan of the stream, you can actually subscribe for free through Twitch Prime of Amazon. If you have Amazon Prime, you can use Twitch Prime to get a free subscription. Or if you just like the stream, feel free to subscribe. Plug over. Let's go talk to the old boy.
Let's go to Fort.
Yeah.
Actually, I should probably grab a couple more of those.
In recognition of your hard work, dedication, and mental agility,
When is Gnasty Gnamer gonna stream Spyro?
the official merit badge for pyrokinesis.
Should I do my stream just as me, or do the whole thing as Gnasty Gnamer?
Cool. I can't wait to burn. Hey, what are we doing here?
Inside your mind? Well, I thought you'd like to be in a familiar place for your first pyrokinesis lesson.
Lesson?
Shh, now think of something you'd like to burn. Ah, yes, I heard you were raised in the circus. But why would you want to burn all these happy memories here?
If they were happy memories, I wouldn't have run away. My dad, he hates psychics, and he knew I was becoming one. So all day long he would force me to practice my acrobatics, hoping to distract me, or maybe hoping to kill me. I never was sure.
Now why are you still talking when you could be burning stuff? Great, you can do it. You're getting warmer. Keep going. Ooh, it's getting hot in here. Rasputin, lock your mental focus on this last one and hold it while you use your pyrokinesis power.
Bubble boy, no.
Excellent work.
Fire is pretty.
Okay, that's the end of the lesson. You're free to go, but you have to promise me only use your power of pyrokinesis only when it's very, very important.
Any fellow arsonists in the chat? Any RCs, any people in the RC community in the chat?
Girls, make sure none of them have on a lot of hairspray.
What? One moment.
Where would
The main launch. Now we can unfreeze that thing we found earlier. We can. Now you're thinking. Now if we can buy, I think, the dowsing rod now.
Hey, we're...
Just kidding. Don't push me, Sonny. Oh, that's my last cobweb duster. Take now with that. Now that dowsing rod will help you find... Alrighty then. What else can I do you for?
Take it.
Excellent choice.
Buy a couple of these.
What else can I do you for?
Take it.
Excellent choice. What else can I do you
That's
for?
it for now.
All right. Go get more
Hey, why are you
airheads.
stopping?
Come on back.
Oh, I thought you stopped. No. Let's go.
Feels like Phoebe's having another flare-up. Feels like Phoebe's having another flare-up.
Sorry.
Oh no, is my problem back? Oh, I have to calm down. Can't burn anything. I cannot burn anything.
More relatable character drama. Actually, have I seen Ollie's new video yet? What was Ollie's last video? This is the wilderness, isn't it? Yeah. The abortion one? Oh, yeah, I haven't watched that yet. I guess to a certain extent, I feel like Ben Shapiro has been, like, thoroughly destroyed at this point. Cosmonaut Part 2, yeah. I really like that Cosmonaut character. Egg Dog, thank you very much for the subscription, pal. Mwah. Much, much appreciated. You're a good one. That's where we want to go. We want to set that thing on fire, and then we can move forward into Sasha's mind hole. I don't agree with his main justification of abortion, but it's a very good video exploring the topic. I'll get around to checking it out. I have a bunch of channels where I try to keep up with their videos, but I just need to get around to doing them. Peter Coffin also has some stuff that I definitely want to check out that I haven't gotten around to yet. One of his more recent, very important documentaries. Oh, did you guys hear about the Dave Rubin, Marianne Williamson thing? So, for those of you who aren't aware of Marianne, is it Marianne Williamson or Mariana Williamson? One of those. She's a Democratic candidate. I think she's okay, but she's like an anti-vaxxer and some shit like that. So people have their issues with her. She kind of had a famous clip go viral recently where she was getting white people in the audience to like apologize to the black people in the audience for slavery and whatever. Anyway, I think Dave Rubin brought her onto his show because he thought she'd be an easy mark. Like, oh, this is the ridiculous Democrat that I can grab up and make a fool out of. But she, like, completely destroyed him in that debate. I just saw, like, a clip compilation that was just, like, a bunch of times where he would just, like, completely put his foot in his mouth. America's favorite orb salesman. Well, when you're right, you're right. I don't actually know too much about her. I've just seen... I've heard the anti-vax thing and... But then again, people also call... When people calling Warren anti-vax when... I don't think she actually is. Or something like that. Don't talk to me like I'm someone who knows politics. She's only entertaining as a joke, but I guess it was nice seeing her destroy Rubin. Yeah.
Where would you like?
That's a good summary. Now we can go. No, wait.
Yeah.
Let's make our little eyeball thingies. And then we can move on. There we go. Now into Sasha's brain hole. It was especially good because it was like, wow, even she can see what a dorky is.
Bring me near Roger.
She's terrible at some things but woke on others.
I saw Nils peeking into a
It's the
hole
sense that I get. Oh, whoa.
Hey, Lily.
Going for the advanced training? What's the rush?
Are you kidding? I only have a few days to become a Psychonaut or I lose my shot forever.
Look, Raz, I hate to burst your bubble, but the Psychonauts are not what they used to be. Times have changed. The world just doesn't need us anymore.
The world does too need Psychonauts.
Woke.
Right here at this very camp, in fact. I think there are several fishy things that need psychic investigating.
You are so immature and cute. When are you gonna just shut up and kiss me?
Oh no.
Shut up and do what?
Oh, I didn't know you could. I gotta go. Bye. So embarrassing. I'm hiding, and I thought.
See, did Raz just read her mind without her consent there? Seems like the kind of thing that would prevent you from being a Psychonaut. There we go. Can you read someone's mind on accident? I think that might be the thing. But then that is a whole different thing, because now you have people that are doing it non-deliberately, so is it like ableist to punish them for that, even though technically they are invading someone's private space? So many moral quandaries in this universe.
Okay, I'm ready to learn how to really fight.
Oh, really?
What?
Nothing. It's just that I didn't think you'd really take me up on that offer. It usually scares the kids off.
Well, not me. I'm ready to kill for my camp.
Nice.
Listen, I'm sorry, but I can't train you. Agent Vodello would kill me.
What's the big deal? What she doesn't know won't hurt her.
You don't even have a
The character that goes insane because he
learner's
can't shut
permit.
off the voices he
I
hears
could lose
around
my
him.
job.
That's
Even if you use that secret passage,
Isn't that the mailman?
snuck into his sanctuary. Agent
The milkman,
Cruller would
sorry?
Never give you a marksmanship
Well, that was the
permit.
milkman's thing.
Agent Cruller.
Never in a million.
I'm off. Be right back after I talk with Agent Cruller.
Wait. Get a marksmanship learner's permit from Ford Crawler. Oh, I guess if you haven't gone to the sanctuary yet, this is the thing that forces you to go there.
Agent Cruller?
So, how goes the training?
Sasha says I need to learn how to fight better.
You wants to teach you advanced combat on your first day?
Yeah. I had a vision.
Oh, not
Huge
exclusively to
monster with yellow
Psychonauts?
eyes and
I
a
don't know.
big mouth full of gnashing teeth.
Did it happen to spit anything at you?
Yeah.
Isn't that an X-Men
I
thing?
think it was like an old diving helmet or something.
I see. Yes, well, we'd better get you armed.
Why? What's happening?
Nothing, nothing. Prepare your mind. That's the motto of the Psychonauts. Here, this is a marksmanship learner's permit. It will only work when you're in Sash's mind. Once you complete his shooting range, you'll get the real merit badge and you can Psy-blast anywhere you want.
Thanks. Psy-blast?
Oh, you'll find out. Now get going. We can't have the camp overrun with big-eyed garbage-spitting monsters, can we?
No, sir.
A lot of nepotism going on here.
I'd better go. Lots of work to do.
Good luck, Rasputin.
So Crawler's thing, incidentally, is that he lost his mind at some point. So now he has this big psychic rock that he has to be close to, or else he'll lose his mind even more. Code Geass? Yeah. I have some thoughts about Code Geass. But I don't want to get cancelled. It's really bad.
Okay, I got it. Check it out.
Well, my ass is covered. Are you sure you are ready to do this? It could be dangerous.
Code Geass, more like Code It's Arse, am I right? Good stuff, Grave Robber.
Yes. Are you gonna pull me into your mind like the coach did?
No offense, but it's time you saw what an organized mind looks like.
Do they ever show if you're still in
Welcome to
physical
my
space when you go into someone's mind?
It's so empty. I mean...
There's more here
I
than
think
meets
they
the
do.
eye.
Yeah,
But
no,
I
yeah,
learned
they
to keep
do,
it
because
under
you can go in
strict
someone's
control,
mind.
And that's what I'm going
They're
to
still
teach
there. I
you.
wonder if you're still there.
Control your feelings, your fears, your anger. You must learn to control them, focus them, concentrate them, and release them.
As therapy?
No, as firepower. Say something hideous.
Expiration dates on spaghetti
jumps out
sauces
at you.
don't count if it's never been
Something
opened,
so
right?
disgusting that it simply must die. Ah, oh, so tacky. I can't look directly at it. But I control those feelings. Focus them, concentrate, and release. And the world is a better place. Your turn.
I mean, expiration dates technically don't count once they're after they're opened, because after they're opened, it's like a set amount of time, I think, until you have to throw it. It's like refrigerate for up to a week or something, regardless of when the expiration date says.
Well done, Raz. Excellent. A victory for good taste. Now you must strive for precision when targeting. Say you were set upon by multiple attackers. But you need to dispense with them in a certain order. Eliminate these monsters in the proper sequence, and we can move on to the next lesson. Good. Again. Good. Again. Now then.
No.
Is this what you saw in your vision?
Well, it sure seemed a lot bigger in my head.
Ah, problems often seem larger
Now
in our
here
heads
is the
than
cop.
they really are. That's an important lesson to learn.
But
This
is the
a
left.
sensor,
This is
an
the
integral
left.
part of any sane person's mind. The sensors roam through your psyche, looking for thoughts that don't belong, hallucinations, manias.
Now this is something I can get
Sensors hunt
behind.
them down and censor them out.
why do they come after me? I'm not a mania.
Yes, but you are a foreign entity in my mind. You technically don't belong here.
Yes, but I was attacked in my own head.
Yes, well, the brain tumbler could be malfunctioning, or you could be insane. We'll test for that later. For now, blast it.
How about if I blast this instead? Oh.
Enough horseplay, Rasputin. Destroy him. That's the spirit.
I killed it.
It was just a thought I was having, and it's not dead. It has just returned to its basic form, raw psychic energy. Go absorb it. It's good for your mental health. As you absorb this energy, your mental health increases.
There you go.
But as you psi-blast, you expend your will to do damage. So be on the lookout for these small, dense clusters of raw psychic aggression. Absorb these as well to make sure you always have enough firepower. Now I'll leave the machine on for you, so you can practice. You have to blast 1,000 sensors to earn your marksmanship merit badge. Come back every day for practice, and you should have enough in as little as 3 weeks.
3 weeks? I only have a few days to earn all my merit badges and become a Psychonaut.
Slow and steady wins the race, my eager young friend. Now practice, slowly and carefully.
Oh, man.
Fuck that shit. Maximum settings. Top settings. Hello? Someone very special is back, folks. Can you guess who it is?
Raz, what have you done? This is not control. This is chaos. I'll try to fix it. You stay here and keep the numbers under control.
What you got there?
Well,
What do you have?
I figure since you're geeking and gaming, I might want to give you something.
Yoo-hoo for the working man, folks. Nice glass of Yoo-hoo for the working man. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Did you get the sparkling water thing too?
Yes, I got a couple of white grapes and a couple of strawberries.
Oh, geez. Okay. I guess we're sorted for a
They
while.
were like 50 cents each.
Becca's back now. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think she went upstairs though. Yoo-hoo's for the working man, everyone. Let's drink this down. Britt, you're uncancelled. Here we go. Oh, it gets better every time.
Rasputin, see those valves? That is where the sensors are leaking out. Psy-blast the valves to shut them down and get this area under control.
Who censors the sensors? This is what the Conservatives were warning us about. And look. Analyze this psychology, folks. What's this all about? What does it mean? We just don't know. So I guess the idea would be Sasha lost his mum at a young age, so he kind of had to be very emotionally strong from quite a young age. Hence why he's got so many bottled up emotions here. See, I'm kind of a psychologist. Oh shit. I'm a bit of a Freudian. The cradle represents his penis. No. You need to work out a little bit more in your brain, and then you'll be as good a psychologist as I am. Mo Ninja Cat, thank you for the follow, pal. Need to work out your gains.
Good. Well, you got them all. Oh no, you close one leak down and another springs up. Well, come on, we've got to take care of these too.
We had a lot of very serious philosophical discussions, Woodborg Ninja. But I'm glad that you're here. Now we're gonna defeat the Twitter police. Finally, their reign of censorship will end. I think Tim Schafer is like a lefty. Maybe he's just a liberal. I don't know. I definitely think he's not a conservative as far as I know. I don't know if there have been any explicitly leftist messages in their games or not. Just like vague appeals to identity politics. They're censors. What can I say? Did you find everything you were looking for? Made some pro-union jokes. Nice. Did you guys hear that Toadette is anti-union? Cancelled. Did you find everything you were looking for, Brett? Oh wait, is there a tag there? Or is that just a graphic that was showing up? Uh-oh. Now we're in trouble. Oh, there's the thing. Toadette? Red Faction is the most leftist game? Fuck yeah. Do you guys want me to play Red Faction Gorilla on stream? That seems like it might be a fun one. I always like the weird, the level of environment destruction you could do in that game. I remember I played the demo a bunch for the PS3, just because of how much I enjoyed driving around in a car and blowing shit up. I'm not sure if that wouldn't be quite as novel anymore, just because destructible environments are more of a thing now. Certainly at the time. Big stuff. Oh, daddy, no. Okay. These guys are troublesome. There we go. Well, that was some good yoo-hoo. I can now take a yoo-hoo break. Start with the first and second Red Faction. Are they good? Have I gotten all of the baggages so far? Yep. Okay.
Great
Limes.
talking points. Thanks for the content.
No problem, Limes are hardcore. Thank you very much for the donation. Unless that was ironic, in which case... Thank you for the donation. I never know whether I'm saying things that are somewhat interesting or if I'm just like completely incoherently rambling. Then again, I feel the same way in literally every single one of my videos, and people seem to enjoy them still, so... What can I say? It's my brand. Stay hydrated, but I don't need to drink any water. I've drunk my Yoo-hoo. Thank you very much. Typical Twitter bullies. Typical cry bullies.
That's it. I've completely blocked off all of Sasha's sensor outlets. I can't wait to tell him.
Uh-oh.
Young man, I hope you have learned a lesson here today.
Yes, I have. That shooting things is fun and useful.
No, that once you lose control of your own mind, it's very hard to get it back.
Yes, one's thoughts must be 100% controlled at all times.
Well, no. Actually, if you try to completely...
Incoherent rambling can be interesting too. I very much appreciate that. It makes me feel a lot better about my content.
So, what would happen if you were to, say, completely block off all your sensor outlets?
Well, there would be a buildup of sensor energy within that would, eventually... run Rasputin very fast.
Uh-oh. The game just cancelled itself. That was odd. I might need to replay part of that Sasha's brain segment. Not a new game. Load. Glazel, thank you for the follow, pal. Yeah. Alright, well that's really annoying. I'll try and rush through this as quickly as possible. Did it at least save that? No. Okay. Sorry folks, this is going to be like tedious for like 10 minutes, but whatever. What can you do? I literally couldn't save.
Just destroy them all.
Before this point.
That's...
We Giga Brain so hard. Right. We can skip the cutscenes and stuff and it won't be too big a deal. There you go. I'll rush through, I don't really care too much about a lot of this stuff. Mostly I just want to make sure that we get the emotional baggage at least. Well, before we trigger that last scene at least, I'll make sure to save if I'm able to manually. There we go. Alright, let's see how quickly I can get through this segment again. Now that I'm skipping through all the things. I will say this game doesn't seem like it has too much to say about capitalism. Which in today's climate is basically the same as being pro-capitalist. I want to send a picture of this every time someone says Antifa are the real fascists. Just that little caption there. Or like, you're just defending X female public figure because you think they will have sex with you. Let's go.
Good.
Done. Come on. There we go. Sorry, it's like one of those things where you can half skip it, but not really. Well, that specific kind of criticism is always especially funny because it's like so transparently exposes the way that they think about like the reason that people do nice things. It's like it has to have some immediate intrinsic reward, usually based around sex. It's not just like it's nice to be nice to people. Okay. Alright, nearly there then. See? Didn't take too much longer than it did last time. Deal with these annoying boys again, but so it goes. Kauso or Kuso or Kaso? Kasu? Kausu? In any case, thank you for the follow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. But will I die again? That's the real question. And the answer is... yes, I will. The pathfinding's actually pretty good on this AI too. Oh, no, there's a figment right there. Dang. Oh well. Alright, last one. Alright, so maybe now we can save? And this might help us in some way? Let's find out. When I was in my teens, I was always very bad at picking up on flirting. Luckily now I have a wife who is similarly bad at flirting. We're just both really bad at flirting together. And it's okay. Shit, no!
That's it.
That was an accident. Fuck.
Young man, I hope you have learned.
I forgot to get the last thingy.
Yes, I have. That shooting thing's...
Alright, well. Can I by any chance load that? Please work. There we go. Good, good, good. This won't take me a second. I just don't want to miss the chance to... I don't want to have to redo this segment. if I can avoid it. There we go. Just careful where I'm shooting, I guess. There we go. Now we got all of them. Is that all of them? See, now we've got primal memories. If we go... Where is it? Here? Look, got this now. Is that like a hint of some kind? Piano, something? Concept art here? Yeah, just like simple style. So many simple, cool designs in this game. A part of me feels like this game would have been better in 2D, just in terms of the style translates better to 2D. But I think they did do a really good job of translating it to 3D for the most part. Yeah. Neat, neat, neat. There we go.
That's it. I've completely blocked off all of Sasha's sensor outlets.
I think the fact that humans can feel good about helping other people is ultimately a net positive.
Young man,
Yeah?
I hope you have learned a
Here we go. Need to destroy the mega sensor things before you can do anything else. Oh, crap.
Enough horseplay, Rasputin. Destroy him.
Hang on. Destroy the thing. Thank you. Because basically they'll heal themselves by throwing themselves at the mega sensor. Unless you destroy all the spawners first.
Peel me off and put me down.
There you go. Last one. Now he's raged. Target the... Hang on, hang on, hang on. Shit. There we go. Expert gamer, could I please get some ones or some kind of emote in the chat? Any emote, just an emote.
No, here's your merit badge. Let us never speak of this again.
Make me feel validated. Claps in the chat, thank you. Thank you, chat. There's a conversation in Resident Evil 5 where Chris Redfield shows his real red colors. Ooh. Now I definitely want to get to that game.
I want to shoot more things.
Okay, enough about my mind. Let's stay out of my mind for a while. Let's just go back into yours, huh? Step up to the brain tumbler when you're ready.
Okay.
Okay, time to face my big diving helmet spitting personal demons.
That's the spirit.
It's an optional conversation that happens in some area, and he just criticizes capitalism. Not that one. That one. Yeah, so in case you guys weren't aware, part of the plan is once I beat this game, because this was a donation request or a donation goal, we're going to Obviously, Night in the Woods is definitely going to get completed. Me and Britt are going to get around to it at some point. She went out shopping, so couldn't really play it. After this, our choices are going to be either Resident Evil 4, or I could skip to Resident Evil 5 if you all really want me to play that, because I have played Resident Evil 4 a lot. It's one of my favourite games. Probably just below Psychonauts, actually. So there's those games. I could also buy Sekiro, because we hit the donation goal on Sekiro. And then there's also... there was also... Oh, the Call of Duty games, like the Modern Warfare games. I've never played the Modern Warfare games, and people were saying there was a lot of like politically interesting things in those games that would make it worthwhile for me to play through. So that's another consideration for us. Right, there you go. A Borb! Get that Borb! Got him! Do you know Mother 3 at all? So me and Britt played like the first hour or a couple hours. We played through Earthbound together, me and Britt. And we started playing Mother 3, but then we stopped for various reasons. So if there's like a big call for that, maybe we could play. Me and Britt could play through Mother 3 as our next like game that we play through together after Night in the Woods. Because pretty much it seems like the situation is going to be that we always have one game where I'm just playing stuff, and then a game that we're playing cooperatively or playing together. Get him! Come on! I should probably just stand in one place until it runs over to me. Where you going? Where did you go, bird friend? There you are. Got him.
You are my own creation. I command you to stop. Dang. Does that ever work?
Well, I don't care as much personally. You kind of owe Sekiro, though, no? Well, I mean, I'll play stuff, and I'll definitely get around to Sekiro. And if it's what the audience wants now, we'll definitely play through it. But I don't want to have it be the game that I play through. It's basically like a character unlock in a fighting game or something. We've now unlocked the option of playing Sekiro because I've been donated the money I need to purchase it. But if people don't want to play Sekiro, yeah, that's fine. You don't need to. If there's anything that people are really passionate about. How far in the game are you? In this game, in Psychonauts? I mean, I'm only in the first quarter, really. I'm still getting introduced to it, introduced to the mechanics. Oh, how far in Mother you were asking? In Mother 3? We'd played it for like a couple hours. We really were not that far into the story. Uh-oh. 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 Well. Okay, there you go. I do think the Figments are like a cool game. Like, I could see the argument that the Figments kind of distract you from what you're trying to do in the game. But I just like that they're these little fun things that you can pick up as you run through the levels. Give you something extra to do rather than to just run through the levels. Hey, how's it going? Are you a Marxist intellect, bro?
This is my intellectual debate.
I love you. You up there. There you go. Where is you? Where is you? I can hear a crying friend. I can't see a crying friend. Where are you, crying friend? Is he up there? I've been watching this to help keep me distracted and feeling better from a migraine. Are you sure that this helps with your migraine? The combination of this game and my voice of all voices? My voice that sounds like a regular voice that's been pitched up? And yeah, I've had a migraine for over a week now. It's sort of gone away now, but I'd never had a migraine that was as bad as the one I had last week. It was like just a constant... It felt like my nose was broken. Like, it was just a constant dull pain, like right here. Like, right at the front of my face. It was like every 30 minutes or so, a ghost had smacked me in the face with a book. That was how it felt. It's quite the experience. COD Modern Warfare also plays into several sort of narratives about geopolitics, like that wars are inevitable and glorifying military power, and Black Ops is a method of dealing with terror while sanitizing actual war. Yep, that's pretty much what I've heard. That's actually touching on a few things that I'm going to be talking about in my Marvel video at the end of the month. If anyone's not aware, I kind of teased it when I did my little Spider-Man video last week. Was it last week or this weekend? It was like last Saturday, wasn't it? Yeah, for the full Marvel analysis that I'm doing at the end of the month, it's kind of examining the ideology of the MCU as a whole. And definitely a big part of it is the treatment of war as an inevitability, and like the rise of evil as something inevitable, and ignoring the systemic roots of those sorts of issues. Because especially you see that a lot in Iron Man 1, where they kind of ignore the reason that people become terrorists. It's just sort of, there's bad people, and sometimes you need an Iron Man to kill all the bad people. It's interesting stuff. I think I need the balloon thing to get up there. COD 4 definitely still carries some anti-war messaging, but as the Modern Warfare series progresses, that is all gone. Yep, just like the MCU.
I am sorry to say that you have a very serious mental problem. The trouble originates in this area, here. The area that we in the medical profession like to refer to as...
While this plays, I've already played this cutscene, so I'm just going to go pee real quick. 1 second. Oh, thank you, by the way, to all the people that have joined me so far today. 54 viewers is pretty high for me, so much appreciated. If this was like... If we could get 25 more people, then we can become Twitch partners, and then everything's good.
But here's what I do know. If a tooth is bad, you pull it.
But my teeth are fine.
Yep, mad brain's got to come out, boy. It's the quickest way to cure what you've got. Insanity of the mind.
But I don't wanna.
Now hold still. This will only hurt until your brains come flying out.
Get back! No!
Don't worry, Dogen. I'm coming up there to save you.
What is wrong, Rasputin?
No time to explain, Sasha. I gotta climb this spooky thorn tower.
so good.
Oh, sorry, no PP time screensaver. I wanted to apologize today. There was no PP time. There was no PP time screen. It won't happen again, folks. Please forgive me. What was I about to say? Oh, Britt went to the store and bought some things that I probably wouldn't have bought. She bought 2 big bottles of Dr. Pepper and a big bottle of chocolate milk. She doesn't think about budgets the way I do. I need to start budgeting out our meals a bit more. There's a very definite change between Modern Warfare 1 and 2. Well, once again, I have very little familiarity with any of the Modern Warfare stuff, so I'd be interested to play through those games at some point. But once again, if you want me to play through those games first, or you want me to go for the Resident Evil games first, or you want me to go through Sekiro first, it's really up to you. Well, I think we learned a lot from that one.
Okay, what the hell was
Make
that?
a poll.
I'm seeing some crazy stuff in here, so...
Hang on a sec. I'll put a poll up and we'll just let it roll for a little while. Hang on, straw poll. Guess we'll decide it. Resident Evil. Alright, so folks, real quick, quick thing here. Do we want Resident Evil 4 or 5 next? If we were to go down the Resident Evil route, would you want me to go first to 4, then to 5, then 6? Or skip straight to 5 because I already played 4, even though I do really like 4? Is there any particular one you'd rather? 4. Okay, 4. So I'll put that as the option there. I was going to put 4 and 5, but then that'd split the vote probably. Sekiro. Anything other than Sekiro then? Modern Warfare 1, Resident Evil 4, Sekiro. Yeah, 4. Okay, gotcha. Sekiro, Resident Evil 4, Modern Warfare 1. Anything else that grabs you guys? There's also... What else have I got here? I've got the original Prey. If you want me to play the old Prey, I'll put that as an option. The original Prey, we got Pajama Sam. Not so much. Maybe at some point we'll play Pajama Sam, although I always preferred Putt Putt. But I was always really into the jump ahead games as a kid. Those were good games. The Sleep. Among the Sleep is also a game I have downloaded that we could theoretically play through at some point. Those are the ones I want to leave as options right now. And allow multiple poll options? No. Okay. We will share this URL in chat. Bluish4, thank you for the follow, pal. And there is the poll in chat. Thank you for the follow. Meanwhile, I'll jump back into the game while I wait for the results.
This can't be right.
Ah, why did I buy the cheap brain tumbler?
You. There you are. I have way too many thoughts about the Modern Warfare series, so I'm just gonna spam the fuck out of the chat. That's fine. Just make sure you keep up on those streams then, I guess. Howdy, Casey. How's it going, pal? You been streaming it all today? Oh.
Ugh, there's no way to get any higher.
You must use your levitation power.
I don't know how to levitate.
I had no idea you were at such a remedial level.
Oh, I got raided? Oh, hey.
The world's foremost levitators on
Hey,
staff.
Casey's followers. Good to see ya. Hope you're having wonderful
need this
days.
oarsman's badge to reach her at the docks. I'll try to determine where this interference is coming from. Return when you've earned your levitation merit badge.
What you been playing, Casey?
Yes. Ouch.
Alright, let's go to... let me grab some more eyeballs.
Where would you...
We'll go into the campfire. I guess this is the main lodge.
Oh.
Grab some more eyeballs, and then we can upgrade our rank. Sounds good to me. I'll see if I can maybe stumble across any of the little weird encounters you can have with the other kids in class. Because like I say, every time there's like a significant story event in the game, they like change what the students are up to, so it like gives you a sense, again, of what we were saying earlier, of like the living world. Factorio. I've seen a lot of things with that game. I feel like my brain isn't big enough for it.
Hey, take a... Whoa, that's my last cobweb. Now with that, you can... Now, you take that psi core there.
I'll take it.
Excellent choice. What else can I do you for? Dream fluffs. Delicious, nutritious, and cheap. Each one is packed with concentrated mental health. You shouldn't go anywhere without a pocket full of those.
I'll take it.
I don't know what that does, but I guess I'll take one.
Kid with the gloves.
See you later, Casey. Have a great night. You can open a dream fluff anytime to fully restore... Oh, they're just like an emergency thing? Okay.
Take it.
Sold to the big-headed
Jam Sandwich. Thank you for the follow.
Now, you take that psi core there, put it together with 9
That's it
psi
for now.
cards. All right, go get more airheads and come on back. Support your local merchants.
There you go. That's good praxis. Casey's a big factory boss. Well, sooner or later we all get cancelled. Hang on, is there any dowsing rod stuff over here? Let me check. Let's go dowsing. Right. There we go. Now we can do that. I never got the dowsing rod to work. Well, you need it at some point. I don't think you can get enough arrowheads to... Unless... Did you get all of the arrowheads just through looking around? That was like a stumbling block for me when I first played the game. I wasn't really thinking about collecting arrowheads, but then you get to a certain point in the game where you need the cobweb duster, and that's like 800 arrowheads, and I was just like... Uh-oh. This is troublesome. Sanctuary.
Yes, noble Psychomaster.
It's going to be almost 100 degrees on Friday. I live in Detroit. This shouldn't happen. Why global warming? Why? This will be nice and toasty.
In recognition of your hard work, dedication, and mental
Better hot than
agility,
cold.
I'm proud to bestow upon you the official merit badge for telekinesis.
I strongly disagree, Jack.
With telekinesis, we can use our minds
Then
to
let's
grasp an
debate.
object and then throw it. Go ahead, try it yourself.
I would take hot any day over cold.
It's time to take out the trash. Oh, good throw. Now, let's see if you can make it.
You said,
Hey, I've been thinking about that. Why'd that guy hate psychics so much? What do we ever do to him?
well, psychics killed his whole family. Cursed them and all their descendants to die in water.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Talk about baggage.
I have a pretty high...
And the weird thing is, I'm pretty sure he's actually psychic himself.
Like, my natural body temperature.
Well, you can work on him when you get home. For now. Oops.
Like, sometimes it'll be kind of warm in the apartment, and yet I'll still put, like, a blanket on. I like to be really warm inside. There's, like, a deep coldness inside of me that I need physical warmth to fill. So, yeah. So that's why I like warm more than cold. I have pretty high... I don't even know the word anymore.
Through the hoop, Rasputin. Oh, great shot. Let's see you do that again. Bingo. Okay, last one. Now, try to throw that baby right now. Let me show you something. Pick that trash can.
Well, it's cold weather, I just can't stand it.
At the side of the caravan.
Makes me feel miserable when it's cold.
Kablooey! Throwing something against a wall is a little more destructive than tossing it around on the ground, isn't it? Oh no, another one of my sensors. Now, how'd that get in here? Looks like we're in luck. He doesn't see you yet. Why don't you smash him on the head with that handy trash can? Come on! Use telekinesis to pick up the trash can and throw it at that sensor.
Now here is the trash can of ideology.
Bullseye!
Looks like the trash took him out.
Next lesson, we'll work on your snappy one-liners.
I've done many drugs in the cold. It's best. I guess whether it's hot or cold, you don't tend to notice it as much when you're on, or depending on the drug. Are we allowed to talk about this on stream?
Where would you like me to take you, Agent Cruller?
Why does the game not pop up when I do that? There we go. Back to Agent 9's lab, I think. Wait, hang on a sec. What's my next objective? I forget. Do I need to go talk to Mila? Is that yet? Buy a cobweb duster, yep. Oh, go to Mila's mind. Okay, so she's over by the lake, right? So we can go do that.
Where would you...
So that is by the main lodge.
Oh.
Hey chat, just curious. All drugs should be legal. Change my mind. I want to see what the stances are to that particular hot take, that particular nuclear take that I have.
I'm not picking up anything. Must not be any deep.
That's always a conviction that I've held, or not always, but since my teens I've held that conviction. I feel like it would make things easier. Ah, well, I guess we're just going to be a big old circle jerk, eh? No! With proper regulation, perhaps. Wait, where is it then? Is it up? Maybe? Oh! Oh, I didn't realise that helped you find that kind of thing. Maybe you didn't.
Hey guys.
Did you hear something, Frankie? Nope.
Guys. Hey. Hey. It's Verded. I'm right next to you. Hey.
A super great left tube analysis of drug prohibition by P.D. Morin. I've seen P.D. Morin's videos around, but I haven't watched too many. I guess I'll give that a watch then.
Funny story. I said I'll count to 100, and then...
Stop! We saw them. We saw all of them, just like 5 seconds ago.
They were headed towards that place, the one that's so far away.
The beach?
No, that's too close. The woods. The really far woods.
Thanks.
There we go. Yeah, what was it I saw from P.D. Morin before? He did a video that was recommended to me. And I started watching it and I was really enjoying it, but then I just got caught up in something else. Can't think of it right now. But he's a fairly small channel, so everyone go watch him. Support your local streamers, or support your local YouTube channels. Support small businesses. Somewhere around here is the dowsing rod thing.
Hello, children. I hope you're all having a happy and safe summer day here at Whispering Rock. I just wanted to tell you that we are having a party out here on the floating dock, and I'd love for you all to come. It's levitation training, baby, and it's fun, fun, fun. Just grab a canoe and come join the party.
I don't think you should legally be able to advertise drugs like heroin. I don't think their use should be a jailable offense. I would agree with that. I mean, the thing is with stuff like heroin, I feel like if all drugs were legal, people probably wouldn't be taking that kind of thing as much. Because the nicer alternatives might be more readily available to them. Maybe that's idealistic. Like, I feel like it's a matter of availability a lot of the time. Oh, shit. Yeah, I mean, it's canon now. That's the obvious argument a lot of the time is, like...
You have water phobia? Me too!
Stuff that is already very harmful to your body, people can still just get if they want.
Has this problem with water. It's a bunch of hooey anyway. Some old gypsy curse about how we're all supposed to die in water. If you can believe that.
Oh! I thought it was about the whole thing with the brain-eating fish that walks out of the lake at night to hunt for victims.
You can drown in water, but you can still buy as much of it as you want. Makes you think.
Hey Raz, I saw you and Lily talking in the coach's class, and I was wondering, were you asking her to go with you?
What? No! I'm here to train. No distractions.
Excellent. Bye.
Oh, well, good luck, Joe. It's a really hard habit to kick. So best of luck to you. Chat, let's get some respect for Joe on their journey.
Don't be late.
So
Levitation
close.
class has already begun.
There we go.
Come on out to the floating dock before the party is over.
I feel like I'm really close. Yeah, just brute forced it. I appreciate that the game lets you do that. Oh wait, what pronoun did I use, Joe? Did I just say they? I do tend to say they when I don't know, but maybe I didn't. It's been 10 years, I'm 25 now, and I'm ready to be done. I just want to do the grindy part now, because at some point, like I say, I will need the cobweb duster.
Dogen, are you okay? I had the strangest machine-induced dream about you.
TV?
Well, first of all, Sasha 9 invited me down to his secret lab, and...
TV?
He did say that, okay, good.
He's completely brainless. The dream was true. Dogen, don't worry.
Must have gone on
Know where
Dave
the brains are.
Rubin.
They're in... like this crazy dream thorn bush straitjacket tower place.
Hacky sack.
You go to the TV lounge. I'm on the case. I just need a little more advanced training to prepare. I'm not picking up anything. Must not be any deep arrowheads nearby. What's that round thing up on the dock?
That thing? Oh man, let me tell you about that thing. That thing is none of your stinking business.
Wish I could be a Chad.
Don't.
So in case you guys didn't pick up that, Raz is like cursed, yeah, when it comes to water. As you saw there, the hand tried to grab me. So that's why Raz can't go in water. I think that's getting dealt with in the second game, actually.
Hey, Elton, have you heard anything else about that thing in the lake?
Huh? Oh, not really. The fish are kind of going crazy about Bobby and Benny over there torturing anything that swims too close. Oh, somebody should do something.
Yeah. Well, I suppose I could go talk to them.
What was he saying?
I haven't told Bobby to lay off the fish torture yet, but I'm going to.
Let's go tell him off. Although, also... No, wait. That, and then that. Let's use our powers for evil.
What are the chances that if I ask nicely, you two will stop messing with those poor fish?
About as good as the chance that if you say one more freaking word to me about fish, the fire department's gonna have to jaws of life my fist out of your mouth!
So wait, does that mean you will?
I will punch you. That's what that means.
I am the hideous, hulking lungfish of Lake Oblongata. I can breathe air and love to eat the brains of little boys.
Well, there you go.
Don't make me go get my fish friend.
Oh.
I ain't afraid of no
See what I
dumb
mean? Like,
fish.
again, like the
Come on, get
living...
me, stupid lungfish.
the living world aspect of this game, where there's just these little stories that I mean, I've never even seen that before. Honestly, I guess I never interacted with Elton at this particular point in the game.
That was rad! Thanks. You're pretty rad too.
Ah, this is my favorite couple.
Okay, if you guys need me, I'm gonna be studying levitation with Mia Vodello. The mental minx.
Oh, shit. Shit! Sure people were snorting MDMA outside clubs with siding claps or anything. Yeah. I mean, people are always gonna make bad choices with their drugs. You can't stop that. I've forgotten how to get to that. Mia's lessons over there. I don't have levitation abilities yet, so... Do I have to talk to Ford about that? Hang on. Let's start again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think I've forgotten about this. Maybe talk to Crawler about it?
Where would you like me to take you, Agent?
Yeah, I've definitely watched the speedrun of this game, so I do know what you're talking about. Where I think it's like if you're at the corner of something, then your Z-axis and it's like your horizontal and vertical axes make it so you can boost yourself off of an edge or something like that. But I don't really know too much.
But I have to climb that creepy tower.
Patience, Rasputin. Go see Mia at the docks.
Okay, well I can't do that. Can Crawler help me?
Where would you... Yeah.
Where's the poll at? It was posted a minute ago, but I can repost it. There you go. Is that it? So far, right now, the winner with 7 votes is Resident Evil 4. Narrowly beating Modern Warfare 1 at 6 votes. With Sekiro, the original Prey, and Among the Sleep at 3 votes each. So far it's looking like Resident Evil 4. Which is fine by me. But, we'll see how it goes.
Agent Crawler?
So, how goes the training?
I better go.
Good.
How do I get to Mia's thing? The current status. Yeah, well I said. When's it closing? End of the stream. So, like, hour or so. Okay, well we haven't got to that point of the game. How do I get to Mia's class? I'm really racking my mind. I do not have any recollection of how I did that the first time. Nothing involving the cobweb duster, I'm pretty sure. That's when the milkman level. Oh god. Oh, anyone who hasn't played this game and is just watching the stream now, you are so in for a treat later. Like, I will readily admit, as someone who loves this game, that, like, the first few mind worlds are, like, bottom rung. But once you get to the next section, you have, like, Milkman's area, Edgar's area, the Napoleon area, Gloria's thing. Is it Gloria, I think? The theater lady. Like, oh, so many great levels in this game. Oh, you're in for a treat, folks. Talk to Ford at the boathouse. Okay, gotcha. Like, honestly, I could see strong... I think everyone sort of is like, yeah, Agent 9's level's okay. The training level's okay. Mia's level's pretty good. But, like, anyone who you talk to, pretty much, they'll say, like, Milkman level's great, Edgar's level's great, the Napoleon level is sort of divisive.
First class.
Hey, it looks like all those weeks in the canoe simulator really paid off.
Yes, sir, Admiral, sir.
Well, let's get you afloat.
Okay, thanks for that tip, folks.
I'll take good care of her, sir.
That lake isn't as peaceful. Now, don't take her out too far.
The ones that I'd say people are generally kind of divisive and... Oh, wow. I don't even remember this. I have no recollection of, like... there actually being a little boat minigame here. Okay.
There she is.
And there you are, darling. Don't worry, I got in contact with your father and he's going to be here tomorrow to pick you up.
The art style in this freaks me out.
Oh,
I can see it.
The race is starting.
Like I've been saying, I think there's a weird, like, Klasky Supo thing going on where they're not afraid to make characters look kind of weird and gross, and I like that because it means all the characters have, like, a unique look to them.
I had a nightmare where this mad scientist guy said he was gonna take them out, and...
Was it a creepy-looking freak with a shower cap and a stainless steel three-pronged claw?
Hey, that's my nightmare.
So it's not just me.
But how? And why all the meat?
I don't know, but I think it's time I find out where this is coming from. Let's rendezvous tonight at the old boathouse for debriefing.
This is so cool.
Yeah, it feels like that
Debriefing.
time in True Psychic Tales 314 where... Shut up!
Ever see those photoshops of Simpsons characters in real life? Yes. You're saying, like, Raz looks like realistic Bart?
Agent Vodello, I have been ordered to report here for levitation training. I've already done the coach's obstacle course, and Sasha showed me how to shoot.
You know, I'd expect that sort of recklessness.
Tip to toe, that's a bar.
Sasha?
Agent 9 said you were the most powerful levitator the Psychonauts had.
Sasha said that?
Remember to drink your water, folks.
I didn't know you noticed.
Well, you know, I only work with the best teachers.
Flirt? Okay, let's party. Look who made the scene.
Agent Vodello? Where are you?
On TV, of course. Where I was always meant to be. I mean, look at my hair, darling. How can hair this fabulous not be on TV? Now, darling, the
I know
best
how
way
you
to
feel.
learn levitation is to just try it. I'm going to give you a levitation learner's permit. It will only work while you're in my mind. After you finish my course, I'll give you the real thing, baby. First, you gotta show me you know how to use it.
Yes or no to me showing viewers the secret room? Is it too real, or do you guys want to see it? Maybe he's born with it.
Now bounce on up here and follow me, darling. There you go. Now for this last one, you're really gonna have to fly.
Okay, I'll show you.
Once you just jump for those rings as high as you can and then do your side float. Don't be afraid, darling.
See, this is again where I feel like a HD remake would really benefit this game. As much as I know it would be a big struggle for them, like, there's an idea behind this level to where I think this level could look really cool with like this disco aesthetic here. But I don't know. It definitely is a little bit flat and dull in some places. Because, I mean, resources, right? I get that they just couldn't really fully... And the limitations of the hardware, obviously. You couldn't have a bunch of coloured lighting, for instance. Like, a bunch of coloured lighting would, like, really benefit this level. They could get some contra lighting going on. Press L while airborne to float over the gap. Nope, that just turns it off. Oh, L2, my mistake. Let's not go Kingdom Hearts. Is there a HD remake of Kingdom Hearts 1?
Outstanding! Okay, now, just between you and me, this end of the party is dead. Come find me on the other side of the party, and I'll give you that merit badge for real. Never keep a girl waiting long, young man.
It's inappropriate for a teacher to say.
Stay on the ball in here, Rasputin, if you want to get higher. And see if you can get all those rings spinning, Mr. DJ.
Yes, man.
Woohoo! You are the sugar in my
Oh,
bowl, darling.
remix.
Now just follow the flowers, won't you? And try to stay rolling at all times. That is the theme of this party.
I know that you can do some... With the momentum that you get from this ball, I know that you can do some like really nuts stuff. Like you can sequence break some stuff pretty hard if you know what you're doing. Because this ball allows you to just fly all over the place. But I respect that when games let you break them a little bit.
Fantastic! What style you have, young man. Now, I'm not saying that you will fall, but if you ever did, I'll put a ball return down here for you. Just jump in there if you need to come back up here in a hurry.
The platforming in this game has a few points that are just so
Front over
wonky.
here,
Yeah, the Psychonauts has always had like a little bit of jank to it. Again, it was like a very small team working on
We'll
this.
let you down nice and slow.
Oh, hey. Just that little bit of polish, and I feel this game would have just been an absolute classic. I mean, it is a classic, but it's kind of a cult classic.
Hey, wanna dance?
No thanks, Raz.
Hey now. Sorry folks, the ship is cancelled.
Hey, wanna dance?
Thanks, but no thanks, Raz.
Hey, wanna dance?
Hey, sure! We're all dancing!
No. No. I want to specifically dance with you.
Hey, wanna dance? Hey, wanna
No
dance?
thanks, Raz.
Hey, wanna
I
dance?
already am.
Hey,
I
wanna
already
dance?
am. No
wanna
thanks,
dance?
Raz.
Hey, sure!
Come on,
We're all
dance,
dancing!
Hey, will you teach me how
No
to dance?
thanks, Raz. Come on, dance, baby.
Me IRL.
Thank you, sweetie. I feel so much better now.
You got stuck on the meat circus, Joe? Yep.
Come on, let's take it a little higher now.
That's Psychonauts. I feel like everyone got stuck on that particular section.
Ooh, look at the crowd. See that draft up above, darling? Jump into it and float and see where it takes you.
Now where's that secret room? There you are.
Now, why would you want to come in here? Come on, this room's no fun. Let's leave, baby.
Alright folks, so content warning, some messed up shit is about to appear on screen.
Now, you definitely don't want to go in there. Darling, what are you doing down here? The party is upstairs. Lucky for you, I have my nightmares under control. These things can take you to a world of pain and rustling. Now, quick, let's get back to the party, okay? Darling, if you're looking for the makeout room, you've come to the wrong place.
Help us.
We're all alone now, Mila. Help us, Mila. Save us.
Yep. So that's her backstory. Yeah. Anyway. Psychonauts is kind of like, Psychonauts is kind of like if Control-Alt-Delete actually was able to do Lost well. Like, Psychonauts has this thing where it can be absolutely ridiculous and absurd at times, but then suddenly flick to something that's like really like real and raw. In a way that I find few things are able to do in an authentic way. Control-Alt-Delete being the classic example where it's a silly gamer webcomic and then it randomly has some really real shit in it that does not work. John DeCray, thank you for the follow, pal. Mwah. I inexplicably felt very confident about my pronunciation there, which probably means that I said it wrong. Lisa the Painful did a good job of that too. Yeah, I should probably get back to Lisa. I started playing that on stream, but I wasn't quite feeling it. But I should definitely give it another chance, because I only did the first couple of hours. Most games don't usually show off their best parts in the first 2 hours. BoJack Horseman? Yeah, I would say BoJack Horseman counts. I'm a fan of that. How long is it until the next season comes out? I feel like we're due. Oh, did anyone in chat watch Tucker and Bertie? Is that what it's called? Tuka and Bertie or something like that? I was really interested on what that show was like. Because stylistically it seems similar, but I also know that it has its own thing going on. And I'm really intrigued by it. It's so good. Ooh. Maybe I'll give it a little watch then. Come on. There you go. Quick reminder that if you like the stream, you can subscribe for free through Twitch Prime if you have Amazon Prime, or just subscribe if you like the stream. I couldn't get into it. The style of humor just didn't click with me. I can see how people are into it. It's really funny and the character acting is really well done. It handles really, really hard topics really well. Super trigger warning, content warning for the last half of the series though. Interesting. Would people say that it is stylistically similar to with BoJack Horseman, or has it definitely got its own thing going on? I mean, obviously it has its aesthetic similarities, but in terms of the tone or the humor. Wait, where am I looking? What am I looking for here? Wait, how do I aim then? L2 used to be aim. Oh, I guess if you're in the air, it becomes float. Definitely has some absurd moments. Oh, there it is. Sorry. Switches between real-world logic and cartoon logic more than BoJack does. I'm fine with that. I like stuff that has kind of a stylistic dissonance to it. Moral oral, I think, is still the gold standard for that kind of storytelling, where it can go from like completely absurd to very uncomfortably real. Alright, now let's grind. I know I missed that figment. And I'll think about it for the rest of my day.
Hey, will you teach me? Hey, wanna
Watch
dance?
and learn, kid.
Why don't you go ask Ilka? She loves to dance.
Hey, wanna dance?
You better back off, or my boyfriend James will go nuts. He's so jealous and protective of me.
Hey, wanna dance?
Yes, teach me of your earth rhythms.
I ship it. To be honest, I always felt like the Raz Lily romance was a little bit forced. They're like the kind of couple that I never tend to like as much in fiction, where it seems like they don't actually like each other that much. It's like a love-hate thing, but they mostly just show the hate part. I always think that in media when I see that particular kind of pairing, where it's like, oh, they constantly at each other's throats, but they're still in love. I always just think, man, this relationship seems kind of toxic. You'd both be happier if you weren't together. Makes you think. I mean, Moral Oral is, again, one of the darkest, like, genuinely really dark shows. As far as, like, animated comedy goes, it's probably the darkest that I've seen. Oh, you can climb that. There you go. Oh yeah, I mean that's fair, Nagand, and like usually the way that they're written, they are happy together, but
All sorts of icky things, but some things, like those spikes, those are always bad news.
it's just not a ship
Whether
that I
you
personally
like it
tend to
or
enjoy
not.
as much.
So watch out.
In fiction, I mean in real life, people can do whatever. I don't mind. Yeah, that's what I mean, Grave Robber. Like, that specific style of writing for a relationship can sometimes be off-putting to me. I guess they both end up revealing that they're like they can relate to each other through both being nerds. But their relationship does start very antagonistic, although in fairness, that's also pretty real for when you're a kid. Wait. Oh, dang. Ah, well. I missed a couple of the... I missed one of the, I missed the purse back there. Oh, well. I'm only missing some secret art. Okay, race time.
It's time to see how fast you are, darling. Ready? Get set, go, baby, go!
You think their relationship will fizzle out in Psychonauts 2? I think that they'll just be like an established couple in the second game. Alright, let's do this. I know that there's certain ways that you can like bounce off of edges and stuff that just make this race absurd, where you can just like bounce straight to the end. It can get real silly, but I don't know the strats, so I'll leave that for now. Whoa! This section here kind of reminds me of the transition segments in Rayman 3. You know when you're like teleporting between areas? Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Uh-oh. Shit. Looks like it's gonna be close. No! Fuck. Oh no. I think I'm gonna lose. Why does it keep slowing me down? Come on. I'm on. Good stuff.
You did it! You are quick like greasy lightning. I'm so proud of you, darling. You're so fast, you'll be at my party in no time, eh?
Claps in chat.
Okay, if you want to get up to where the action is, you're going to have to do a lot of floating in this room, baby. Good thing you're so light on your feet.
Thank you, Albus. That's fair, Ian. We do not need to do any teleporting. That was actually a test, and everyone other than Aid Windsor failed. Oh. Nope. There you go.
If you float in some areas, you might get a little more oomph than usual.
You know what's also a good game? Ape Escape. I bought Ape Escape 2 for my PS4. But I haven't played too much of it. But I love the first game.
Now you're going to have to use your Psy-float again to get those rings spinning.
Jack, this is a bit unrelated, but I just watched your LGBT 90s cartoons video and I realized why I always identified with the weirdo kid character. Yeah. They often use the weirdo kid to represent marginalized groups. It's a thing. Ah. Well, that's a shame. Aggressive capacity increased. I didn't remember this either. The little bonus things like that. My memory's just bad. Have you seen the secret room in this level? Yeah, we went through the secret room, Joyce. I'll let the chat give their thoughts on that room. There are a few neat little secret rooms in this game. I'll see if I can find some of the other ones for you folks.
Who's that I see? It's Rasputin, the rolling rock star, in the flesh! And just in time, the party was dying without you, darling. Here, I have a little party favor for you. So cute.
Did you just do a dab? Was that a dab?
Don't be a stranger, darling.
Thank you, Agent Vodello. Now it's back to the lab to save Dogen.
Dogen's not in the lab, sweetie. He's watching TV in the lodge with the other children.
I meant the dream Dogen from my brain tumbler vision. If I can find out what's happening to him, maybe that would give me a clue about who stole real Dogen's brain.
Oh, I'm afraid he's just like that.
There you go. That was a dab. Let's go talk to Ford Crawler. Actually, is there anything I can buy from the lodge yet?
Drop me.
Oh.
The chat goes wild. Hey, in Windsor, you never know. A year from now, we're gonna have a 1,000 viewer average, and every time I dab, the chat will explode. Through this incredible gameplay, I just know I can get people to stick around for this gameplay. There we go. Yeah, actually, that's one thing to consider. I forgot to put Fortnite on the list. If you guys don't really play Fortnite,
TV. Hacky sack.
Yes, hacky sack. Oh no, they're all brainless. Hi, Raz. Vernon, you're okay.
Yeah, we're great. Me and my pals Kitty and Frankie are just hanging out telling stories and watching the boob tube.
TV.
Vernon, look at them. They're zombies.
It did seem kind of weird when
Thank
they let
Mr.
me get this
Banky.
close to them. And then they didn't mind when I talked all through the show. Kitty even agreed to go on a date with me, more or less. We're gonna play hacky sack.
Keep an eye on them, Vernon. I'm gonna go figure out what's causing this.
Roger that, Raz. Do
Dab.
you ladies know what
dab man bad.
TV? Yeah, good idea. You rest here while I find your brains.
Yup, it's true. It happened back when this place was still an Indian summer camp burial ground.
Kitty! Kitty, you so fine, girl! Yeah, yeah, yeah!
Hey, anything new in the store?
Take a look. Oh, that's my last cobweb duster. Now
How
with
much is that again?
That's my last cobweb duster.
800
Now with
still?
that,
Jesus.
now here's something every young Psy cadet needs. Now, you take that Psy
take it.
cord. Excellent choice. What else can I do you for?
Take it.
Sold to the big-headed kid with the gloves. What else can I do you for?
That's it for now.
All right, go get more airheads and come on.
Why didn't you actually learn to speedrun something? You could go on Games Done Quick like Dan. Wait, did Dan actually go on a Games Done Quick thing? I know that he's been practicing. Is it Lucy? I didn't realize he actually did an official thing. Oh man, what game could I learn to speedrun good enough to do a Games Done Quick on? It would need to be something that not many people have played, because like, I was considering Jak and Daxter because I'm so familiar with it.
Those guys just left all their stuff out here. Wonder what happened to them.
Broke the sequence. I was gonna do Jak and Daxter, and then I watched like people that are good at speedrunning Jak and Daxter, and it just blew my mind too hard. So I might need to play a game that's a little bit less played than that. Maybe Gex Free. Should I learn to speedrun Gex Free? Alright, let's go talk to Ford. After the next big story beat, I'm gonna call it. Probably. Because then we're coming up to 4 hours on the stream.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of getting hungry and I need to pee.
In recognition of your hard work, dedication,
I mean, I'll play Jak and Daxter because I fucking love that game, but I don't think it's a game that I could speedrun. Just because it's... The level of play is so high in that game at this point. Beyond Good and Evil. See, the thing is, the PC version of Beyond Good and Evil is kind of broken. Me and Britt had a bunch of trouble playing it.
Look out! Another sensor! Oh no, you're out of ammo!
No, I'm not.
You are now! Here are the rules. Take this guy out, but if he sees you at all, you lose. Go get him!
Well, I'd still be playing a PC version.
Okay,
I do own...
Wait. Here are the rules. Take this guy out, but
Oh.
if he sees you at all, you lose.
Okay.
Go get him! Careful now.
Oh.
It never hurts in situations like this to be invisible. On a completely unrelated topic, did you know that you can use the power of invisibility to cloud the visual cortex of all those around you?
Here we go.
Hey, where'd he go? Don't let him see you.
There you go.
Oh, well done. That's the power of invisibility. I think I've heard the kids around camp refer to this technique as silent but deadly.
Stinky fart. Nice.
Before I use this machine,
Oh.
I meant
I have to get the cobweb duster. Alright, so now I can go back to Agent 9's lab and do a thing.
Where would...
Agent 9's lab, please.
With pleasure.
Anything for the dowsing rod over here?
I'm not picking up anything.
Okay.
Must not be in... Okay. I'm a certified levitator now. Ready to roll.
I've been running some tests. It seems that the sensitive circuitry of the brain tumbler is picking up too much psychic interference to be safe. The thoughts of some other entity are interlacing with yours at a dangerous level, which explains many of the strange things you've seen. I must call off the experiments until we know more.
Sasha, there's no time. I think my vision about Dogen came true. I'm worried it's gonna happen to the others if we don't get to the bottom of this quick.
But we don't know where the foreign
Stealthy
projections
Sloth
are coming from
1994, thank you for the follow, pal. And assuming that that's your birth year, that's a good birth year. It's Mia's thing. That's us, right? Wavy, thank you for the follow also. Can you do the cobweb duster in here? No, you can't. Wait, shit. There you go. Don't you just love it when you smack a bit of steak and the nice stinky meat smell comes out of it?
Why are you screaming? Oh,
Yeah, we need to buy the cobweb duster.
remember. Oh, good boy. There's that pesky brain. Here's a tissue. Now, don't you feel better, my dear lad?
TV?
Of course! Right here! And this bad tooth, we'll just drop it in the old garbage chute.
This is what the left
Don't
wants.
you solid foods for 6 hours!
This is what Marxism is.
Lily!
Speedrun my hair routine. I do that every day. I fucking love Banksy.
TV!
That'd probably work, joystick. Sounds like a cool idea for a plot. Holy shit! Wavy, thank you so much for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Much appreciated, pal. That's our first gift sub thing, I think, that happened. Welcome to the party, Charik, Bubble Boy, August Magi, Lockfree, and Japef321. Welcome to the Saint Army. That's what we're called. We're the Lackers. Oh wait.
Confusion. Grenade.
Okay, I get it.
So dizzy. Who am I?
So we need to wait until he rears his little head up. Uh-oh. Right. So at some point it just will rear its little body up and then you can... This is the most boring boss fight in the game. Yeah, I agree. I also don't like how it breaks the invisibility thing. Where like, even though you're invisible, it will just randomly shoot at you.
Man, I am so smart. Soft gelatinous underbelly? Here I come.
The Kaiju Battler's best boss. That is a very good boss. What other bosses are there? I guess there's the fish, the fish boss. Is that a boss? Oh wait a second. Can I do Can I use levitation on this guy? Hang on, or like telekinesis? Where is it? Telekinesis.
Can't get a good grip.
Uh oh. I don't think you can. I was wondering if I could like grab him and just chuck him over. There you go. There's the kaiju, there's the fish boss. I guess there's the final boss. There's like the wrestler battles, I guess. Oh shit, okay. Guess you gotta stay close to him at least.
Can't get a good grip.
I think the main thing is just any boss fight that just involves a large amount of just waiting around tends to be really boring. When it's mostly comprised of just like waiting for the boss to give you an opportunity. There we go. Fuck me! Jesus Christ. Oh.
Can't get a good grip.
I should probably actually watch out for my health there. Nearly there. Whoa. Milkman is overall the best level. My gut tells me the Napoleon level is still the best one, but oh, we got a lot of good stuff coming up, folks.
Rasputin, I'm sorry. I had to abort the experiment. Something unbelievably urgent has come up and I must leave immediately.
I know! You'll never believe—
Hold that thought. In a rush. Official Psychonauts business.
Wait! So is this! Official Psychonaut, eh? You forgot your—
I guess I can use this deadly weapon now.
Hey, that white room.
I know! It's from Oleander's mind. I think I was in the coach's dream that whole time. Ever since I stepped through the static in the caravan, it felt funny. I knew I wasn't obsessed with meat.
But Maury is. And was stealing psychic brains to arm a fleet of deadly tanks, apparently.
I've got to tell Lily. She's waiting for me down by the boathouse.
Down by the water? Uh-oh. Better hurry.
Okay. So after this next reveal, I think that's as good a time as any for us to call it for today. And then we'll be back. I got to pee real quick, and then I'll let you know what's going on. We'll finish off here, and then we'll send over to a raid. So we'll be back in 1 second, folks. And in fact, this time, as a treat, the PP screen. What was the chat saying there? One other thing, there's a hidden scene if you go talk to Oleander in between the first Brain Tumbler level and this point in the game. Raz tries to tell Oleander about the lungfish and he says you're talking nonsense. Okie dokie. By the way, I'm just going to do a quick last minute. Anyone who hasn't yet voted on the poll, take the opportunity now, and then we will officially declare which game we're playing once we are finished with this one.
It's time to go to the lake.
Yes, sir.
Bobby! Uh-oh. Look, I can explain. Kiwi. Jeez, sounds like you caught a bad cold.
Maybe. But listen. I traced the psychic interference back to Coach Oleander's radio. He's been broadcasting his insane plot all over camp in his sleep.
So he's really kidnapping children and stealing their brains to make weapons.
Yes. Isn't that
Yeah, Octopi, Paxarboli, Paxarboli. Yeah, I'm gonna be beating this game, not 100%,
Some official Psychonauts business.
but I will be finishing this playthrough.
Lily, a deranged madman is building an army of psychic death tanks to take over the world, and there's no one who can stop him except for you and me.
Oh my god! Let's make out!
What?
Sorry, I'm just so excited. Since you showed up, Raz, things are so much more exciting. Sinister death plots, mad scientists, hideous monsters.
Make out?
How long have I ignored what this camp had to offer? Everything's new to me now thanks to you. I mean, look at this flower.
You mean like kiss?
How many years have I been coming here and I've never even noticed a cool flower like this before? Oh no! You didn't just hit my boyfriend!
I guess that feels appropriate for little kids.
Let's get him!
I can't swim.
Well, then use the bathysphere at the end of the dock. Quick! While the flipper prints are still glowing.
Are you coming? I don't know how to drive that thing.
I can't. I have to check on the other children. Yes. If the brains are out, they'll need supervision and possibly refrigeration. And how can you not know how to operate a bathysphere? Haven't you ever been to summer camp before? Now get a move on before that girl gets overly digested.
Okay, and with that, I think we're gonna leave it for today then. As we hit around the 4-hour mark for this stream. I need to go make some food. And we'll be back, I think, tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think, will be the last stream for a little while, because then I need to really focus on my next video essay. Tonight, I'm going to try and get a draft ready that I'm happy with. And then tomorrow, we'll get back to the stream. And hopefully, we can finally get to the really good levels of this game. This game's really going to ramp up after this point. Thanks so much to all of you that have joined me for this stream. We've had, like, really good viewership. And thanks again for the gift subs, Wavy. That's really, really appreciated. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else right now. Let me figure out who we're going to raid tonight then. I'm glad that you've all had a fun time. So let me just figure out who we're going to raid. Anyone? Oh, by the way, I'll just quickly say... Oh, howdy, Casey. I was literally just finishing up. We have 8 votes for... Okay, hang on. I'll go from the bottom to the top. 3 votes for Sekiro and Prey, so no Sekiro, no Prey for this time. 4 votes for Among the Sleep, so could see that happening in the future. 6 votes for Modern Warfare 1. And with a grand total of 8 votes, the next game we'll be playing after Psychonauts is going to be Resident Evil 4. But we still have to get through Psychonauts first. So there you go. We can look forward to that then. Now, if I go over to Twitch and figure out who is streaming right now, could throw you guys over to Papa Bird Jake. Probably will just do that because they've sent me some hosts before and it'd be nice. Oh, those are not the votes? Oh, shit. Hang on a sec. Update the results? I thought there was already... It just did it automatically. My mistake. Check the results. Oh, okay. Sorry. Modern Warfare 1 and Resident Evil 4 are actually tied right now. So, I guess we'll wait for next time for us to finally get to the decision point on that. Unless someone wants to make the deciding vote now. If that is the case, if it's that close, I probably will put it to another vote next stream. You know, I know when it's a close vote, you're supposed to just take the little 1% and just accept that and never question it again. But you know. Alright, any extra votes? Nah. So okay, it's a tie between Modern Warfare 1 and Resident Evil 4. So keep that in mind. So now I'm gonna throw a host over at actual Jake here, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful, wonderful day.